Oh, well, hi there. Welcome to the Broken Pact, everyone. The Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica show here on twitch.tv/DND and twitch.tv/savingthrow. Is there a problem?
I was just laughing at your delivery, that's all.
It was
very like kid show host. Like,
was a mom.
Oh, hey there, kids.
Oh, hey there.
Hey.
Well,
Oh, hi, Bobby. Don't you know? Oh,
I didn't notice you there.
Oh.
Have you come to play with us today?
I certainly hope so.
Well, our explorers have a crazy adventure ahead of them.
That sounds like a great place to start.
Yeah.
I'm Ruben Bressler. I will be your guide through today's adventure.
Good.
And these fine folks are going to be playing with me. Feel free to introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name is Jordan Printon, and I am playing Astaroth, who is a Minotaur fighter, who is of the Boros Legion, and that's his thing. He hits stuff, and is a lovable oaf some of the times, and a less lovable oaf other times. So you just gotta feel it out.
Always very lovable.
We'll see.
Always
We'll
an
see.
oaf.
Well, prove me wrong.
Depends on which side of the axe you're on.
That's fair. That's fair. I am Riley Silverman. I play Velma Sweet. She is a half-elf bard who's a member of, she's a member of the Demir Guild, but she is faking as a member of the Orzhov Guild. And she has a kitty named Arthur, who's a girl cat. That's all I have for that.
Hi everybody, I'm Garav, and I'm playing Lucian Ladrian, an arrestor from the Azorius Senate. Lucian is not faking anything, nor could he, because he's essentially the FBI of Ravnica. So everything I say is the truth and must be the truth at all times.
It's true. You can be lawful good, but you also make the laws, so.
Yep.
And if he's a cop, he has to tell you.
It's true. That is...
I
is
am
that
a
the
cop.
law?
Are you oh, okay, he did tell us.
You're a cop?
I am a cop.
Oh.
I am a cop.
You say that a little clearer into the...
I am a cop?
Wait, so the criminals were in the microphone? To
I
sting
don't know what I was
operation?
thinking. It fell apart as soon as I started
Is
this.
this like turning into like
This is why I'm the dungeon master, not the role player, because I couldn't hack it on that side of the table.
Hi everyone, I'm Ashlyn Rose, and I am playing a Luxodon cleric from the Selesnian Conclave named Tuturu.
Tutu, are you?
Who has many names now, and she cannot and will not tell a lie, and does not get very grumpy unless you try to bother her friends, and then hell hath no fury.
Or if you expose her as a Simic hybrid in the middle of a party.
Yeah. I will. Someday we'll come back to that part of the story. But right now, we're in the middle of an adventure deep in the Undercity, looking into the Golgari Swarm. And so we're going to have lots of swampy action as we move forward. So before we get started, I want to thank Saving Throw Show, the production house that we filmed this lovely program out of. It has this beautiful camera setup and the table and the beautiful D20 shield behind me and all of this amazing stuff. And also the overlays that you see around you. In addition, we are, of course, partnered with Wizards of the Coast, Magic the Gathering, and Dungeons & Dragons. And this week, we are not only on the D&D channel, we're not only on the Saving Throw Show channel, but we are on twitch.tv/magic. So thank you so much for joining us. If you are joining us from there, we are going to be taking a bit of a role-playing adventure into the Magic the Gathering world of Ravnica. Real quick shout out, I wanted to mention that the bookends on the table and myself, the Monstrous Race folks and myself, will be appearing on Dragon Talk on April 12th at noon to 2 p.m., probably starting around 1 p.m. With Greg Tito and Shelly Mazanoble. I'll be joined by Jordan and Ashlyn. And we will be chatting about the show right before our season finale. So please do join us for that interview. If you want to talk about the show on social media, please do. And use the hashtag #TheBrokenPactRPG. And join our Discord and talk about us on all of the social media channels. Still can't comment on our YouTube videos for some reason, but
I'm okay.
I think that's
Fine.
just a D&D.
it's just a general...
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
it's a
doesn't
general
do comments.
Okay.
They're
Well,
all
if you have
Just
something...
tired of dealing with toxicity sometimes.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm
so.
saying I'm
That's
pretty
a fair
okay with
point.
the nothing YouTube comments.
Yeah, our Twitch mods are spectacular, and there aren't really there isn't really such thing as YouTube mods.
No.
So
And I'm sure the people who
Totally
watch
get it.
our show would be
Awesome.
wonderful.
Absolutely.
Because we love you all.
Yeah, of course. It's not our fans we're worried about.
yeah, of
Yeah.
course. But
You know who you are.
yikes. Well, we are going to get started here in the second half of our Golgari adventure, right here on Ravnica, the Broken Pact. Episode 17, Mausoleum Secrets. Can you believe it's 17 already?
Just thinking that.
That's a lot. Well, 17, Mausoleum Secrets. The band of reluctant adventurers, known as the Mended Pact, had the revelation that the real perpetrator of the Embermind murders was none other than Feather, the Firemane Angel and former guild leader of the Boros that they met a few weeks ago. Upon uncovering this horrible truth, the party sought guidance from Aurelia, another Firemane Angel and current guild leader of the Boros Legion that took Feather's spot, who offered guidance and advice on how the group should plan to face the powerful, now fallen Angel. After turning in their paperwork from their last clandestine guild mission to Gruul territory, and in their meeting in Sunhome, the group traveled via garbage chute down into Swarm territory to begin their journey to the center of the Underrealm. Along the way, they rowed their boat gently down the sewer pipe before running afoul of some Golgari forces. A brief scuffle ensued, but eventually the villains were frightened off by the party's prowess and by a compost heap being, and one that Tutoru recognized as one of the 4 magical forces of nature on Ravnica, known as the Morrow, and this one by name, Marika. And that is where we pick up the story. You all had just finished up a combat with a Golgari shaman and some crawl warriors, and you all were about to take a short rest. So let's talk about what entails a short rest. Essentially, it is, I believe, what page did you say it was on?
I think 186.
186. So essentially you need an hour to sit and do nothing else.
I can do that.
Just sit and relax and take a power nap is what
No.
is what a short rest is, which means that you can't do anything else unless it's specifically stated in the book.
Can you talk?
You can, but no other actions.
Oh, okay.
You can't identify an object. You can't cast a ritual spell. You can, however, do your ability.
Yeah, as a bard, I have ability called a Song of Rest, and you can get it when you're a bard. You get it at 2nd level, and basically during a short rest, friendly creatures who can hear your performance regain additional hit points when they spend hit dice based on your level. So it's basically the essential, like, it's the D&D version of like a hippie playing like acoustic guitar on a campfire. So, I mean, normally Velma does her casting with her fans, but she does have proficiency in some instruments. She has proficiency in, I don't know where they're at. So I gave her a lute and a viol, but in my mind it's a violin. Like I always picture bards playing violin for some reason, because in my mind, like I imagine bards like when they're like in combat being like that Lindsay Sterling video where she's that's what I think of as bards all the time. So yeah, I think she probably has her violin out and she's playing a little song, and as a result of that, so mechanically normally you get your hit dice you can roll to gain health.
Right. So the way that a short rest works is that at least an hour long, during which a character does nothing more strenuous than eating, drinking, reading, and tending to wounds. So you can do casual, you could probably...
Reading can be pretty strenuous if you're not good at it.
True. You could probably get in a game of backgammon.
Yeah.
And if reading is strenuous, then maybe that's not something you do during your rest.
Or you don't know how to play backgammon.
What's that game that was established in one of the Ravnica short stories? It's like...
Oh, right, the chess player.
Clans and Legions.
Clans and Legions, yeah.
Definitely play that.
It's not Spider-Man.
So a character can spend one or more hit dice, and you have a number of hit dice equal to your overall level. So you all have 5 hit dice of various kinds. The clerics, I think, have D10s? D8s. The bard has a D6.
Yeah.
Has D6s.
No, I have a D8.
You have a D8 also? You have D10s.
Dang.
Barbarians get D12s.
Yeah.
Wizards and sorcerers, I think, get D6s.
Sorcerers for sure.
Yeah.
Sorcerers are spongy.
They're super squishy. But you can spend, quote unquote, spend any number of those. And for each one that you spend, you regain that die plus your constitution modifier in hit points.
Plus, me as a bard playing Song of Rest, you also get 1d6 that you can roll on top of that. So basically, while you guys are resting, Velma has her violin and she's singing a little song. You may recognize it because it's one that I've sung before on the show. This is kind of what I've kind of made my go-to Velma singing song. And I think she sings the last part of it, which is, Go sit with you, my friend. Go sit with you, a friend, my friend. Look deep within your heart. Then sit you with your friend, my friend. How truly blessed thou art.
Oh.
So,
Yay!
Hooray!
And so you were able, so you get an additional d6
Yeah.
plus.
So you get to roll a d6 on top of what
On
else
top
you
of
did
what
for
else
your
you
hit
did.
dice. Because I'm at level 2. If I get
Right.
level 9 or higher, it'd be a higher
Yeah.
Song of Rest, but...
So
And
it's a d6, so it's you roll however many d8 you want to do, and then d6 added
Correct,
to
yes.
that. Cool.
Yeah, it's just a little bonus to your. It's like
I'll
it's like
take
your
it.
friend is such a good singer and like really inspiring, and you're like, I feel like better now for having heard that song.
now, Astaroth,
So it's the opposite of when Hippie plays a guitar.
you aren't taking this short rest.
Right. Instead, after we fought the things in the crypt, I went and pulled a pretty a shiny black battle axe out of the crypt that the giant minotaur skeleton was using, and I figured that it should have a home with a minotaur who's got a little more like meat on his bones.
There you go.
And so I picked up the obsidian battle axe, which you probably can't see there, and I'm going to spend the time that we are short resting attuning to that so that I can use it.
Perfect.
Can
Sorry,
I?
just me imagining like you're just like, what is this?
Right.
How do I
Yeah.
use this?
So some magic items in Dungeons and Dragons require you to sit and focus on them so hard that you can't have a rest.
Yeah, it's like you're like doing work.
Well-
you're like
This one's interesting too because it seems like you might be able to just use it as an axe without attuning, but while you're attuned to this weapon, your hit point maximum increases by 1 for each level you've attained.
Ooh.
So
Whoa.
that's
Yeah.
real nice.
As if you weren't hard enough to take down to begin with.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I have a shaman last week. I could tell you it wasn't that hard to take down.
It's true. It's fair. Yeah. Dealt you a bunch of damage. So you're taking this short rest.
Can I have Arthur be like exploring the cavern while we're resting?
Sure.
Can I roll an investigation
Absolutely.
check? for
Yeah.
Arthur?
Have Arthur roll have Arthur do investigation.
Okay.
That's going to use the cat's intelligence.
Yeah, which is not great. It's why I felt like okay
Sure.
asking because the cat gets -4 intelligence because she only has 3 intelligence
Of
to begin
course.
with because she's a cat.
And while this is happening, Marika the Morrow
Ooh,
Nice.
is sort of looking at you all, but not, as sort of this is happening looks like is planning on just leaving.
What does Marika look like again?
So Marika looks like the compost being from Fraggle Rock, but with
Oh, yeah.
a big mushroom cap, sort of like a Ronin Gasa, made of fungus and a little bit of has a little bit of that morel mushroom sort of porousness.
I feel like in general we need more Fraggle Rock references.
Down in Fraggle Rock.
Yeah. I was holding my phone, so I couldn't
Yeah,
quite.
no
flash.
worries.
yeah.
Um,
I was reading and I realized I missed it.
Is
and
a
I was very sad.
relatively big being.
Okay.
Probably 10 feet tall.
Dang.
Probably 10 feet in diameter. It's tough to tell exactly
Right.
where Marika ends and the sludge and slime and undergrowth begins. They
Okay.
don't really. It's not so much that they move as one congealed being. It looks like it's when you have like a pet under a blanket or a ball under a rug, and it sort of undulates with whatever exists already.
Oh,
Okay.
Interesting.
And so Marika was sort of scaring off these Golgari forces and senses that you all don't really mean it any harm and appears to just be leaving.
Excuse me, Marika?
Yes?
I'm not sure where your face is. Thanks for your help. I mentioned that we knew a friend of yours,
Oh, yes.
Mookie, and Maya.
Yeah, I haven't seen Mookie or Maya in a long time.
How do you all just communicate? Are you able to meet? How do you move?
How do
I was gonna say the same thing, but I wasn't sure if that was rude or not. But
Well, it's sort of I mean, how do you move? I don't really know how to explain it.
Can you go above ground?
I haven't been above ground in a very long
Oh.
time.
Then you probably didn't hear. Okay.
Hear what?
Mookie is no longer with us. Mookie
What does that mean?
Mookie is with Mausoleum now and part of Ravnica as a whole.
Mookie's always sort of been with
Yeah, I guess
Mausoleum.
that's true. But Mookie was attacked by a fallen angel.
Oh, you're saying that... That's concerning.
But I know you were close, and I figured you should know.
Well, it's not so much that we were close as that we were the same. We were not really the same, but the four of us, there's another one, I assume you haven't met her yet, who were here when this world began. I don't remember anything without the four of us. No one does. Seems that we are this world. And we protected it from outside forces and worked together to make sure that this place was safe for everyone and that it would survive for a very long time. Mookie, you said you knew, well, was the one who always enjoyed the sun much more than the rest of us. It was, I like it, I'm an inside person. And so when the world began stacking on top of each other, it became very home for me. And actually, you know, the surface is only square miles, but underneath it, there's so much more down here, you know. It's for me and for, what's the other one's name? Hold on.
Maya.
Maya's the gruel one. Mookie.
Miley.
Right.
Party in the USA.
Yeah.
And Miley and I, we have much more space because we have cubic area. And in a world covered in civilization and city, the most plentiful renewable resource is waste. So, being the only being of waste that exists, it's pretty good. It's pretty good down here.
With you were mentioning how you all kind of are involved with all of Ravnica. With Mookie no longer here, is that going to cause some type of imbalance that we should be concerned about?
Honestly, I don't know.
Also, hey, I'm sorry if this sounds like a dumb question, but you said that you protect the whole world from outside forces. I mean, what's outside the world, right? That's the whole everything.
You're forgiven. That is a dumb question.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I'm just messing with you. Yeah, I mean, we just want to make sure that this world, you know, continues. That it doesn't self-destruct itself. That it doesn't become, doesn't fall victim to its own hubris, its own machinations. You know, civilization is dangerous, but with the Guild Pact, it's been a wonderful pairing. So that is very concerning that Mookie is no longer what I mean. I don't understand how Mookie could die. That's confusing to me because we've been around forever.
It was definitely a shock and surprise to everyone.
Was he targeted?
Yes, a fallen angel we know.
Do you think that the others are at risk?
I mean, it's possible. We're waiting to confront the angel now, but for now, definitely be careful.
Oh my.
We don't know her motivations.
Yes.
You don't know her motivations at all.
Yeah. We just know that she decided to blow somebody's head out the back of their skull. And apparently that works just as well on your people as it does on ours.
Interesting. Well, that's upsetting. I will be on high alert for that. Fortunately, it's harder for a being of the sun and of the light to take me down on my turf. They don't usually come down here. It's possible that they are targeting I don't understand why, but if an angel were to pick one to start with, it would be the one that hangs out in the sun the most. So,
Yeah.
you said you met with Maya as well?
Yes.
Did Maya run into?
Maya seems fine right now. But you're the only other. I haven't met the other one yet. But now that we found you, be careful. And actually, if you could help us, we're trying to get further into our investigation with how to deal with this.
Right. You're headed. I assume you're headed into the maze, and a pseudopod of leaves and sticks and trash and congealed fat will gesture to a tunnel entrance. It sort of looks like a boat ramp out of the sludge and into some sort of other cave opening. Well, Karazda is the maze of decay. It is, not usually particularly open to outsiders, but maybe if you have a good reason for being there, it's, don't start fights with anything, and it shouldn't be too much of a problem. I mean, it's the Golgari Guildhall.
Oh, we don't plan on starting any fights for no reason.
That's a good idea.
We don't plan on it, but it seems to happen where we go.
Yeah,
These
sail
were
down the river.
Yeah, these were well, it's their job to prevent anyone from outside from invading. And so if there was any hinkiness going on, then maybe that was that set them off. But I don't like the Golgari forces that use the magic of death to end the natural process that should be in place already. I mean, everything that's down here dies eventually, but I take personal offense to that kind of magic. So.
I agree.
Nice. So, yeah, I mean, it's right through there. You'll see once you get inside, it's a big cavern. You'll have to make your way through the maze, which would take a while, but watch your step and don't try to bother anybody, and you'll be fine.
How long is a while?
With your legs, you're gonna go through the maze. You're not gonna. I wouldn't recommend chopping anything. I don't know, maybe a day.
A day. Okay. And then,
Well, a day we can handle.
yes, of course. But it just means we'd have to
I mean, it's still early.
make accommodations down here at some point, and we will do that.
And then you're headed to the guildhall, I assume.
Yes.
Okay. Well, the guildhall is it's on the ceiling. It's on the roof of the cavern. And to get there, you're probably going to have to get through the stone fair court to make your way up. That's typically the way that people who can't walk on the ceilings or fly get there. So have a good trip, though. That would be fun.
Right. Seems a bit hard to get to for a guild hall.
I think it's the point.
It's the
But
point.
it's also probably very illegal.
Well, if it's the guild's decision, then it's legal because it's the guild doing it.
Well, I wouldn't authorize that. But it seems like someone did, so we'll have to trudge through and make our complaints known when we get there.
Hey, look at it this way, Blue. If they've got a labyrinth and we make it through the labyrinth, we basically earned it. They can't hold that against us.
That's true. It is a labyrinth, not a maze, technically, because there are multiple entrances and you're trying to get to the middle as opposed to starting on one side and getting out the other. Good distinction.
Yeah, it comes naturally.
Sure.
All right, well, what do you say? We got a day to do this. Should probably get started.
Yes, onward.
Sounds good. Well, so Arthur got a 13 on her investigation.
I don't think you're going to find anything with a 13.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well,
Come, Arthur.
I say we don't start any fights if we don't have to, but if anybody attacks us, wouldn't mind giving this axe a bit of a breaking in.
I mean, you're going to run into people down here. You're going to run into folks, but just don't bother anybody. Maybe, just be polite. Don't use that on any of the vegetables down here. Vegetation down here. They're much more temperamental than the folks.
Okay.
Just keep
If we
that
do
around.
need, we have some rations, but if we do for some reason need to eat, is there something that's safe to eat?
I figured we'd just eat Astaroth.
That's true.
You can try blue.
Yeah, I mean,
You're covered in a lot of metal, and I do have the ability to cook.
I don't think that there's a rot farm about maybe an hour or so.
No, we do have rations. We'll probably
we
be
have
fine.
enough.
Yeah,
Okay,
we should be
good.
We can
good.
figure it out, yeah.
We'll
There
get
are
by.
some naturally growing funguses that
Okay,
you'll
we're
come
probably
across that
good.
you
Yeah, we
might,
probably got it.
We could eat me if we had to, honestly.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't like him that much.
Yeah,
I mean, I've probably got some. Let me see.
Thank you
No,
so
we're
much.
so good. Thank you.
And we'll start looking
your
inside
time.
of their being.
Okay. Well, you have a great day.
Oh well, all right. Well,
Uh,
when you find out what's going on, though, please let me know, because I don't want to just be paranoid for the rest of forever.
if you're concerned, you can go to the surface, and I'm sure the Azorius will take you in into
Oh.
protective custody.
That is not going to happen. I'm much safer down here.
I mean, I don't think there's any safer place than with the Azorius, but
I've been to, well, under Prov before, so I've been in the area.
well, then you would at least say that most of our garbage is very organized and well kept.
You know, I haven't. It's weird. I haven't been over to that side of the to visit Prov in a while, but it's been quiet over there. Most of the activities moved further east, from what I've noticed.
Yes.
But yeah, it's been, I don't know, 80 years since I've noticed any activity over there. Interesting.
I like to imagine that the Azorius garbage has like 6 or 7 different colored bins you have to divide
Yeah.
food into by the proper type.
The Golgari are like, wow, sorry, just put it all in one. I'll eat it all.
They have like a bin at the bottom of the chute
It's
that is
just
just one
everything.
bin that it all
Yeah.
falls back into.
Yeah.
We're very organized.
You would also know that about 77 years ago, Prov stopped being the guildhall, and then New Prov became the guildhall.
Oh, okay, that's what you
So,
meant. I see. I got you.
That's what I was implying there.
Got it.
I got you.
New Prov doesn't have much in the way of underground anything.
Mm-hmm.
Prov
Yet.
didn't, but then the city started growing up around it.
Oh, I
and
see.
so that's what I was trying to get at.
It's like it seems like a lot of the Undercity was just city at first. and
All
then
of it was.
They just built on top of it.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Yep.
All right. Well, if there's anything else I can do for you nice folks, good luck on your journeys, and I look forward to talking with you again. Maybe in when neither of us are in a particular hurry to get somewhere else, but I have business to attend to.
As do we.
We appreciate your information. Thank you.
Yes.
Of course.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
it was nice meeting you and all.
Be safe.
You as well.
Farewell.
Nice tattoos. And
Thank you.
Oh, we should have asked about
she will wander off.
them.
What are these tattoos?
Yeah.
All right, I gotta be honest. We meet a lot of weird people in this job, but that was just like a talking compost heap. Man, she told us not to like step on anybody's toes as we're going through here. I'm not even gonna be able to tell who the people are and who the plants and piles of debris are down here.
Yes, everything is sort of blended together. We'll figure it out. We'll manage, I think.
Speaking of which, I recast dancing lights to kind of help us guide
There
our
we
way.
go.
Perfect. So you head into the tunnel, and a little while later, it opens up into a massive cavern. That you have a pretty good view of the whole outstretched maze in front of you, as far as you can see. And your dancing lights carry some, but there are phosphorescent glows and glowing lights off in the distance as well, and it seems to just go forever, and the ceiling goes forever. And the other thing is that the cold of the tunnel that you were in gives way to palpable heat and humidity of that kind of uncomfortable heat and humidity of a compost heap and decay. as you enter Korozda, the maze of
Oh,
decay.
This smells worse somehow.
Oh gosh.
It is an immense circular maze of overgrown, encrusted ruins, fungus-encrusted ruins, patrolled by an array of swarming vermin, giant insects, zombies, medusas, and gleam crawlers, and dotted with underrealm trees and fungi that feed on the nearby decomposition. Most of the corpse haulers, this is one of the stops, depending on where. A lot now, the rot farms are along the way as well, and that's where most of Ravnica's food is grown. But some of it makes its way here as well. The tunnel ultimately opens into this huge hemispherical cavern with a hedge maze that sort of winds in and out of the murky swamp as far as the eye can see. You see giant tree-like mushrooms, 30 feet tall, called zirkwood, that you'd seen chopped down before, back when you were in Roslad. But here they grow to their full height and still have their caps on them, and they are massive, like giant pine tree or palm trees. You also see a bunch of things like mangroves and vines and roots and fungus, intermingling with the occasional building foundation and remnant. The floor is squishy, but traversable. Not particularly fast in any way. I wouldn't recommend running. There's lots of roots. But it's gonna take you a couple of hours, better part of probably 8 hours to get the way through the maze. Rather than try to storytell all of that, tell me how you make the trip easier in some way, and then we'll do this as a skill challenge essentially, where you tell me how you make the trip a little bit faster or better, and then we'll see how it goes.
So the place we're going to, the guildhall, that is up.
Yeah, so the whole time that you're in this maze, you see a big, hanging in the center of the room, what looks like a giant, fat stalactite, but it it shines in certain places, and it's right angles in wrong places, and it has spires and steeples. In fact, it looks like an upside-down church. A massive upside-down building that was built at some point, but then roots and vines and actual dripping of stalactites has turned it into part of the roof. And that is Svogthos. It's an arched subterranean structure that's elaborately decorated. Looks like it might have been an Orzhov Cathedral once, might have predated that. Stony towers and curved arches glisten with obsidian and silver from days gone by. There is a clock tower, essentially, in the center at the point, where you can see faces that are glowing green on the two faces that are facing you, in sort of an eerie glow. And it hangs from the top of the hemispherical cavern. You can see there on one portion of it something that looks vaguely honeycombed, that you see lots of crawl going in and out of. That appears to be Penvar, which is the hanging heap, alongside of Svogthos.
So one thing I think that Velma would do to try to make it easier to get through the maze is, because she has dancing lights active and she can do up to 4 at a time, and they're up to 120 feet in range, I think like when there's like a tunnel we're not sure, like she'll send the lights as far as she can before it blinks out to see if it hits a wall or if it comes to like a turn, or something like that. So that's like a way. And then she also realizes that if it goes a certain distance without hitting something and doesn't go out, and then the spell runs out, she'll just at least 120 feet in that direction.
Right. Sure. So let's call that, what do you think, investigation?
Yeah, I would say investigation probably works.
Let's roll investigation for that.
Okay.
What are the rest of y'all doing?
I think Tutoru would be using her nose to kind of smell like where the elevation might be going.
Perfect.
And drafts of wind and compost. And
It is pungent down
It
here,
is.
but you are making a smell check. So what I'll do is I'll have you smell at advantage. with your investigation, or did you want to do? Were you trying to perceive? I guess perception.
Oh, okay.
Perception's fine.
Perception.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you're not looking for anything specific. You're trying to gauge general direction. So roll that at advantage.
Cool. Thank goodness for advantage.
So keep that number in mind. Now I want you to roll for me a Constitution saving throw because you're breathing in so much of this swamp air.
Is that a D20 as well?
Yeah, D20. With your Constitution save.
Oh no!
Okay.
Well,
Plus 3, 9.
Okay. So we'll say that you're. So I'm going to give you one level of exhaustion
Okay.
from that, as
From smelling all this bad stuff.
Yeah.
from inhaling the thousands of years of decay.
Yeah.
And it taking its toll on you. It's really impacting your lungs, and it's not a good sight.
We'll just follow our nose. Oh no!
Oh god!
This is terrible.
Oh no!
My nose wants to kill itself.
I wish I
So
didn't have a
what
nose.
was your number?
I had a 13.
13, and your number?
17.
17. Okay. What are y'all doing?
Is this maze part of the dragon's maze?
No. So
It's a different maze.
This is a different maze.
Okay.
So the dragon's maze was the implicit maze designed by Azor, which this I guess could have been part of, but this is this is a different maze center kind
Sure.
of deal. Yeah.
I think because Azor did design the original dragon's maze, Lucian is a big fan of. I mean, he's a big fan of puzzles and anything involving mazes in general. Anything that you can do to up his intelligence.
Right.
And so I think he's probably studied at some point just mazes and just what they're about. So
Big
just,
fan of escape rooms. And
yeah,
stuff like
exactly. Sure. Yeah.
Your like AIM handle would be like Maze Fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
224.
Yeah.
22
Exactly.
are you?
that. Love it. Yeah. So go ahead and roll
So
me. What do you
I was going to
say?
say history.
History sounds great.
Great.
Roll me history.
Cool.
Thoughts?
Well, so my first thought going through a maze like this is that Astaroth would probably cut the crap, and if we knew what direction we were going to go, try and cut his way through the hedges. But we were just explicitly told
Not
we
to do
probably
that.
shouldn't do
Right.
that. So I imagine he wouldn't do that. The biggest thing I could see Astaroth doing is basically just like trying to make like marks as we're going through places.
Sure.
You know, like taking the axe and at certain points, either on, well, probably on like stones or places that aren't, because his first instinct would be to like cut things into trees.
You do it on the ground.
Sure.
But yeah, probably do stuff in stones and like do arrows from like directions we've gone and just like carve it into the ground.
Great.
Which I was thinking of like survival role
Perfect.
to kind of do
that works for me. This would definitely be a good spot to do a survival check.
Yeah,
go
so
ahead and do that.
yeah, he'll do that because we don't have like a string to
Mm-hmm.
put behind us. And that's a dirty 20.
Wow. You guys did it.
Yay!
This is a difficulty check 15 to get there before you needed to like take a rest and risk running into bad things.
True.
So you guys pass with flying colors, and you make it through the maze. And as you're passing through the maze, you do see the signs of civilization. Golgari civilization, but civilization nonetheless.
So can you really call it civilization?
Yeah.
I mean, the Golgari would argue with you.
Yeah, but they're the Golgari.
You see.
Oh, I don't like the Golgari, but I also feel offended somehow on their behalf. because you're
You
saying
see-
this.
if it quacks like a garbage pile and walks like a garbage pile.
Wow.
Probably a Morrow. We shouldn't
I
insult
hope,
them.
I hope you don't say that in front of them. You do see, guard. You see what appear to be gaunt, skin tight against the bone, skeletonized kind of soldiers in matching uniform on patrol. You see gardeners trimming hedges, collecting what appear to be orbs of congealed water from ponds that you pass. You see some folks with machetes chopping up barrel stock, which you had bought in Roslad. Some amount of farming. There's a park where there appears to be children of some race of some kind, playing a ball game of some kind.
Would I recognize it?
Sure. Let's roll. Well, would you just recognize it? Yeah, you just recognize it. This is swamp ball.
Okay. The old swamp ball.
Very similar to rugby, essentially, but played in like knee-deep water.
Yeah, of course, like a classic
If
regulated
you
swamp
fall,
ball.
you don't get up because the ground swallows you.
One team has a zombie playing on that team, and they're all like, "That's not fair. He's not coordinated."
It's not fair because when he's running and you capture his arm, it just detaches and you can't tackle him.
Thomas was better at swamp ball before he died.
So you make it to the center, and the center appears to be a large 150, maybe 200 foot across island, and we can cut down to the map if you want to take a look. And this island appears to be paved. Not really paved, but stones are dry. Have you all ever been to New Orleans?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Have you ever done the graveyard tour?
No.
Okay. Are you aware of the New Orleans graveyards?
Yes, yeah.
So
He
for
was
those of
today
you at
years old
home
when he became
who
aware
are familiar with that, they're very old graveyards, but they're giant pavers on top of the swampy ground, so that the graves don't sink into the swamp.
Okay.
And most of the tombs aren't underground. People aren't buried underground because it's a swamp.
Yeah.
So, much like you see here, most of the tombs are overground vaults. You see hundreds of vaults as you disembark from the swamp onto this makeshift graveyard island. There are tons of these stone mausoleums and mortuaries. You see marked paths with chain link fence in some places, wood wall or a stone wall in some places, wooden fence in a lot of it as well, or what looks like wooden fence. And you see a ton of people around as well. This seems like it's a bustling place. There are a number of those guard that I referenced earlier. You hear conversation as people walk. There are elves, many elves, similar to Velma. They are Devkaren elves. You see a number of Krull. Many more elves than there are Krull, but in this portion. And some other you don't know exactly what race they are. The other thing that catches your attention is that, actually, you know what? I would say make a perception check, and it doesn't have to do with smell.
It seems like whether what race you are, if you're a plant or an animal, all that kind of gets blurry in the Undercity.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got a
Ashes to ashes.
22.
Golgari to Golgari.
I got a natural 20.
And I should point out that
Nice.
Velma, because I had her put on the Golgari looking uniform. I haven't just taken that off yet, so she still looks like Golgari. She's
Great.
wearing like basically a green cloak.
You do see a smattering of other gilded individuals. You see what is very clearly a cadre of Rakdos, with a couple of cackling demons in their group. You see Dimir, a couple of Dimir folk who are just casually strolling through the
Are they identified as
the
Dimir?
center. Yes.
Or do I just recognize them?
Nope, they're identified as publicly Dimir.
Okay.
8.
I got a dirty 20.
And you had a natural 20.
Natch.
And what's that overall?
With my perception, it's 21.
Okay. So, yeah, you guys all got higher than 20. So the three of you
Hooray.
would all see all of this, which is, the first thing is, at the center of this island, there appears to be a stalagmite, much smaller than the stalactite above it, but a stalagmite nonetheless. And in this stalagmite, it looks like there is a spiral staircase that goes up it, that leads to a platform near the top, and presumably is the way up into the stalagmite. In the walls of the stalagmite are sort of holes. These are essentially grave shelves, grave shells. I don't think. I think that's good enough.
You got it.
The other thing you notice as you look around is that the vaults, or sorry, as you listen, the vaults occasionally are making noise. It seems that this is less a graveyard for some people, and more a prison for some people, as some races don't die and need to be dealt with in some way. You do see the occasional stone statue around as well in memoriam. The occasional sort of shrine, sort of pedestal situation. And what would you like to do?
I'm going to look around to see if I can recognize the statue that's of the urchin.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
Okay.
Are you all sticking together, by the way?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
This doesn't seem like a great place to get separated.
Yeah.
15.
Okay. It takes a minute. It takes a little while. You don't know what time it is, but you know you look around for quite a while, looking at the various tombs, and you can definitely confirm that there are beings or beasts inside some of these tombs. You eventually wander over to a spot, a memorial, that is marked with. Let me find it. Somewhere in my notes, I have what it says. Can't find it. Okay, you find a pedestal. This pedestal, the dedication says "Enemy of the Guild Pact" on it. The pedestal itself has 2 stone feet, broken off mid-shin. About the area, you see a left thigh, a right thigh, a torso, a right arm, a left arm, a right hand, and a head that appear to all be of this same material.
Ooh. Well, if this is the guy we're looking for, he's certainly not going anywhere anytime soon.
I look around for any, like, civilians in the area.
Okay. You definitely see some. There are a number. This appears to be a very fancy place for the Golgari. So while you might not feel it yourself, this is a lot of high society of
Or low
Golgari.
society.
Or low
as
society,
Golgari call it.
as the case may be. And what you see approaching the area, curious as to these outsiders that have approached, is what you think might be like a Lady Lich character. She has a low-cut dress that exposes like a shapely set of rib bones. She has gold labyrinthian designs that trace over her skull, similar to the box that you saw that contained the book.
She's got that hourglass figure that comes from having no internal organs
Correct.
around your waist.
And very high femme kind of character. And she approaches and she says, "How brave of you to come to the Underrealm wearing such rags."
Rags.
I speak to her in Undercommon.
Okay.
And I say, I'm just trying to make a living showing upworlders a tour of the countryside, the Underrealm countryside.
I forgive your provincialisms. No worry.
I have a question. My charges here were curious. How long has this statue been in this state of disarray?
Oh, this one. This is...
I don't know.
We don't talk much about this statue. This is a murderer from a very long time ago who was dealt with, and since then has been subject to the decay that we all must face.
Right, but how long since the statue itself was torn down from its visage?
Oh, long before my time. It's been damaged in a myriad of ways. I'm not sure how recently this one has been dealt with, but I don't know. Looking at the damage done, perhaps not too long ago, it hasn't eroded much.
Interesting.
Can I try to reassemble it? Not like literally glue it together, but like on the ground, just form it into. Shape
Yeah.
of
So
the body?
this particular memorial is separated by like a chain link fence.
Oh, okay.
If you want to climb in and do that, then you may. Certainly
Do you have
so.
a trespassing form?
Yeah, that seems like I need some sort of. I guess I'll ask the guildhall before I do that.
This is an alluring puzzle, though.
I know, right? Putting a body
Assembling
back
all the
together.
pieces. Oh boy.
What if something's missing? It's a clue.
Is there a gate to the fence?
Yeah. I mean, there's chain link around it, and there's not so much a gate. I mean, there's no barrier between you. There's just the chain link.
Wait, it's a chain link fence?
Is,
Yeah,
well, is
there's
it
just
supposed to be
not
decorative?
chain link. Sorry, there's just
Yeah.
chain.
High society.
There's just chain,
Oh, okay. Like
Yeah.
they do
like
with all
velvet rope
statues.
equivalent. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Oh.
but it's made of chains.
You'll have to forgive my top roto friends. They are literature buffs, and one of them found a book that told them there was something exciting down here, and they're looking for adventure and mystery. And
Literary folk.
I'm just trying to give them a good time and make my
Interesting.
wishes.
Well,
I'm just trying to, like, refill my supply.
I mean, could we?
because you're so pretty, I'll make an exception.
Well, thank you.
As you call them, like literature buffs.
You're not here. I'm talking in another language.
I know, but as you're calling them literature buffs, Astaroth is like scratching
Oh,
and just being like, "What's she saying?"
Well, I apologize that I could not be of much assistance for this particular one. I know that this is one of the older statues based on the pedestal, but I'm sure that they were dealt with in a most poetic way. Everyone who's here deserves to be here. Are you making your way to the Guildhall?
Are you speaking Undercommon? Or?
I would say the last part of "Are you making your way to the
Okay.
Guildhall" is probably back in common.
Oh, yes, we are.
Yes.
Do you have an appointment?
Well, we're here on official business, so I guess yes.
Ah, excellent. Well, then you should have no trouble. Be warned that, of course, for those of you who can't climb or fly, it might be difficult for you to get in the normal way, but I'm sure you'll manage.
Is there a non-normal way of getting in that might be possible for us without?
Because honestly, I'd prefer not to fly if we could manage it.
Oh, there's no flying necessary. It would just be easier.
Well,
Is there a non-normal way, like a
I'm sorry.
non-climbing or flying way?
I wasn't really paying attention. She's quite spaced out.
Would I recognize any sort of like symptoms of like using glow or anything like
There
that?
you go. Roll for insight.
Okay. And when I was doing my scratching, I was kind of trying to like mimic what I assume like is like a like a
Oh,
like a
okay.
junkie.
Sure,
I was
sure,
trying to
sure.
like pass stuff off as a glow sport
Right.
junkie. Okay, so my insight is gonna be where's that at? I have a +5 on that, and I had an 8, so I had a 13. I'm rolling a lot of 13s today.
Unlucky for some. I would say, I mean, you know what glow spore looks like, and you know what that sort of haze looks like. You definitely get the sense that the drifting kind of nonchalance that a lot of the folks here are under the effect of reminds you of that.
Okay.
It's not exactly glow spore like your mother, but it is. You get hints of that.
Okay.
I think that the the way that most outsiders make their way is up.
Yeah, well, up is difficult for us.
Well, there's a stairway, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, you just have to keep climbing, is all.
Great.
Hey, I mean,
Alright,
at least we can tell ourselves, no matter how high we get, relatively, we're still lower than we normally are, right?
I suppose.
Does it seem like Velma will be able to climb the stairway given her injured
yeah.
foot? Okay, that was my concern.
These are, and you can see people are traversing this stairway.
Okay, it's like a pilgrimage kind of thing.
Sort of, yeah. You don't see many people going up and down, but you do see the occasional person most of them going up.
Okay.
You probably don't see anyone coming down the stairs.
Okay.
Make a note.
Well-
Just have them invest in an elevator next time we have a meeting with the Golgari.
The question that I have is, should we attempt to go up right now, or should we take a night's rest and then go up? I know that you seem to be quite taken aback by the sense down here, so...
So.
Look, my opinion is the less time we can spend down here, the better.
Well, you're not the one who's sick, so that's why I was asking Tutsuru.
I mean, I'm sure I'll be okay. I just need to, maybe get some fresh air sooner rather than later.
Okay. As long as you're well enough.
Although I would like to collect the pieces of the statue and help put them back together at some point.
All in due time.
We might want to ask permission from the authorities first. That might be considered sacrilegious or some sort of violation of their rituals.
Oh, do they belong to you? I'm sure no one would mind if you wanted to take your friend.
All right.
We could try it.
I think we should still wait and ask for permission. She doesn't seem like she's all there right now.
And she will sort of nod and, like, slowly turn away. She doesn't walk away. She just sort of turns.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's go.
Pop it away.
So you make your way towards the large stalagmite in the middle. It is worth noting that if you were to try to gather up the pieces, I would, at that point, start figuring out what encumbrance is.
Well, no, I don't think we were gonna take them with it. I think they were gonna try to like put them together
yeah.
again,
Yeah.
like reassemble like the statue in
Gotcha.
one piece.
Okay, well then in that case,
We can carry a statue with us, I guess.
I mean, I could probably carry it.
that's true. You
I
have the
definitely
large
could
build.
not.
I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
I can
yeah.
barely move myself right now.
We both
Right.
could probably take that, no problem.
So you make your
Well, you
way.
especially now with your strength.
Oh yeah.
Why are we carrying this?
You do notice, by the way, that the pedestal of the enemy of the Guild Pact is 10-sided and does have the 10 guild symbols on the sides.
Nice.
So we're all equally as guilty.
That's right.
And if there's two of them, you can roll percentage dice.
We're all equally as guildy.
Wow.
Get out.
Jeepers. Okay, so you make your way.
Out of the stairs.
So are you going to try to find a place to stay for the night?
No, I
or
think
you
we're
guys-
going
I'm
to
gonna
straight
go
up.
up.
I was outvoted, so.
Do you need to?
No, I was
rest?
trying to-
should
I was
ask
trying to
that.
help you
Thank
rest.
I'll be
So you
fine.
make
I'm
your
fine. I have
way.
like one less spell slot. Otherwise, I'm good. So.
So you make your
You
way
die
up,
from one last spell.
Yeah.
up the center stalagmite, and there is a essentially a rope ladder. It's a well-maintained, thick rope ladder, but it goes up another, 50 feet or so, and comes off in the clock face of this upside-down
Okay.
building. You are now, let's use that. That's how, oh, nope, this is not this yet, never mind.
Not a big fan of clock towers.
So it is about that big, 20 by 20.
Okay.
You stand in a room that was once a bell tower.
I've fit in a few of those.
Nice. All four walls have massive clock faces. And the room is full of bells and bell yokes and chimes. There's an old organ. There's a set of what look like Rakdos hooks that are also chimes. You can tell that they're hollow as well. and it looks like a 20 by 20 by 20 foot room.
Here's my question: is everything you're talking about, like these organs and bells, are they upside down, or are they like
No, they're
assembled?
sort of piled
Okay.
in right side up ish. I mean, as anything is right side up could be in this room. Nothing is on the ceiling. Yeah.
Okay. Looking around for like the next way to get into another room from here.
Make a perception check.
Are we in the guild hall now?
You are now in the entrance to the guild hall.
Boy, they sure got a big assortment of stuff from a bunch of different places here.
That is a 21. 18 plus 3.
You look on the ceiling and you can see that there is a door on the ceiling.
Okay.
A trap door, 10 feet by 10 feet, that looks like it opens from the middle.
Okay.
With a 21, you also notice that it's covered in what looks like a green slime.
Okay.
And as you are walking around, clop, 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 the slime is on the ceiling, but sort of shifts in the direction of the noise a little bit.
And there's no one else in here?
That's it. That's just you.
All right, so I guess our next plan of attack is figuring out a way up there. What, do we just scale the walls?
I'm going to move the other side of the room from where he is, and I'm going to like tap the floor loudly with my cane.
Yep, and the slime sort of scoots in that direction. Well, not that quick. It sort of undulates over towards where the noise came from.
Okay.
Well, that's interesting.
Is that a puzzle, or is that something that's going to jump down and attack us?
I would say make a nature check.
Not certain.
I'm asking in the group because I'm not a nature person, so I'm asking somebody who
I will look at it closely.
I don't know if we really have a nature person. So
No.
13.
13?
Oh wait, no, I get disadvantage because I'm exhausted.
Oh boy.
13.
Hooray!
Huzzah!
Yeah, you recognize this is not an animal.
Okay.
This is what's called green slime.
It's green slime.
Well, good. Now we know so much more than we did a minute
Green
ago.
slime is attracted to noise. Or at least it used to be in like 3.5. I decided that it was going to be attracted to noise here.
Okay.
And it can damage you if you touch it.
It can damage you if you touch it, so don't touch it.
I don't think I could touch it if I wanted to at this point.
Yeah, I feel like the entire trend of this whole area is it could damage you, don't touch it.
I feel like every time Astrok talks, the slime probably moves to where he is in the room.
How loud are you? Are you speaking in normal volume?
Astrok, yeah, he doesn't whisper.
Normal.
Okay. So
Too much.
He thinks he is.
it definitely moves and then like is right above you as you're talking.
Maybe.
You should probably move.
And maybe keep quiet.
Tiptoe? Can you tiptoe?
Well, I don't really have toes, but sure.
He'll sidle over like 5 or 6 feet.
Okay.
So we need to find a way to get up there without making too much noise.
This is preposterous. This is the guild hall. They can't just put a door in the ceiling and say, "Come on in."
Have you never met a Golgari before?
Yes, they usually walk on the ground.
Sure. Nothing the Golgari ever do is easy.
Well, I mean, I could throw my javelin at it and we could see if we could, like, tie up... Oh, darn it.
Oh.
I keep forgetting I lost that javelin.
It's okay.
How high up is the door?
20 feet.
Well, what if
You're also surrounded by a bunch of stuff.
we could
could
pile
pile
things
it.
up? We could also stand on your shoulders, and I could stand on your shoulders, and I could probably reach it from here.
I have an immovable rod. I can use as a sort of a ladder.
That's a good idea.
Well, there's a pile of rubble here, and I imagine that there must be like a reason for that. So maybe we can pile up part way and then use your rod to go further?
But that would mean anytime anybody wanted to get in, they would make a pile out of rubble and then someone would knock it over when they're inside?
Or this is the way that they let guests come in, and people who know the way around have another way of getting in.
That's more likely.
If only we had 2 of those immovable rods, we could just make a ladder.
Right.
Just kind of go...
She did say that it will be hard for us to enter if we weren't good at climbing or flying.
Right.
Now, the simple observation of that would imply the ladder and the stairs, but considering the room we're in right now and the fact that she was a junkie, I think that this might be what she was referring to.
Is that what you want?
All right, well, I mean, I could try and scale the wall, and Doesn't look.
As you're talking, the green slime congeals over you again.
Okay, I sidle to the side as I say that.
Velma starts to pile, like look for stable things that she can pile on top of each other with like the
Great.
level of strength that she has.
Most of what you find are bells and chimes.
Okay,
So they're
but there was an organ.
There was an organ,
Yeah.
sure.
So she pushes the organ, and then she looks around for things that aren't going to make loud noises.
Okay.
Wait, like an organ, like a giant piano?
Yes.
Yeah.
So what-
essentially, but like not connected to anything.
Oh.
What does the wall look like?
The wall are clock faces. The clock faces are sort of covered in mold and like the sticky dirt that you might expect.
Does it seem like the sort of thing that I could get a handhold in and like?
You could probably climb up the nooks and crannies of the clock face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. At this point, by the way, since you've sort of sidled your way off to the side, the ooze has moved off of the door and is off to the side where the noise was most recently.
Okay.
All right, well, if you guys want to try and build a path up, maybe I can see if I can climb up this wall and, I don't know, get a rope down or something.
Just be careful not to touch that slime. It's going right for you.
Yeah, all right. Hey, could I borrow that rod you got?
Yeah, it's yours.
So I guess if you guys are gonna try and like build a ladder out of stuff, since I'm pretty strong and athletic and stuff, I want to try and climb up the wall and see if I can get to the point where I can take like a rope from my pack
Sure.
and like jam it into the ceiling
Sure.
or make like a.
You have rope in your explorer's pack.
Yeah, in my like explorer's.
And
pack.
what are you planning on jamming exactly?
I figured I would probably like tie it around my axe and then
Great.
jam the axe
Cool.
into the wood up on the top.
Awesome. Make an athletics check for me.
Okay.
Before he starts doing that,
Yep.
I walk over and be like,
May that Celestia guide you.
and give you guidance.
Oh wait, I'm not gonna put it in my axe. I'm gonna put it on the freaking immovable rod.
Yeah, I was like, what are you gonna do
Great.
with it?
Great.
Here's one hole,
and
it's
my,
neat.
my idea about having the immovable rod was that as I climb, it could be like I can just find one handhold
Yep.
and just like click that
Yeah.
to like have
Yep.
one solid place.
Great.
And
Um,
while he's doing that, as we're building our little ladder, Velma's plan is to take one of the smaller, easier to carry bells, partly up with them, and as they get closer to the door, chuck the bell down to the ground so it makes a loud noise in the ground to draw the slime.
Awesome.
cool. All right, athletics, and I'm blessed, right?
Yes.
Guidance.
Guidance,
So
what's that do?
D4 is still.
Yeah, you get a D4.
Heck yes. I will make an athletics check. I got a 8, 9, 10, 11. That's a 19.
Yeah.
I'm good at athletics.
It's 20 feet. It's not too bad. So you're able to sort of climb your way up, position the rod. You now have a rope that connects to the door from the ground.
All right. I tie the rope, and then I'll probably slide down the rope to like to join with everyone else.
Awesome.
All right, so with just a little bit of a ladder to get our way up there, all of us should be able to climb that rope, and we can just get through the trapdoor and get into the next place.
Okay.
Maybe we should have opened the door to see if there's more slime up there.
I wanted to get down before that thing started eating me.
That's a good idea too. All right, I guess I'll go first.
Fair enough.
Sure, go ahead.
All right, so I'll start climbing this rope.
Great. And so it's easy enough to climb the rope. To open the door while climbing the rope, I would ask for an athletics check.
Okie dokie. That's a 9. Probably +1 is my guess because
10's what you need, so I hope so.
You don't have +7 on athletics? It's the only skill I have.
It's +0.
More than-
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you get to the top.
Gave you guidance.
You get to the top, and then
I
you
just
try pushing it open, and you are able to push it a little bit,
okay.
and then you lose your grip a little bit. I would have you make a dexterity save to not fall.
Okie dokie.
Oh.
That's a natural 1.
Okay, so
Oh no!
here's what's going to happen. You're going to fall 20 feet,
Ah!
flat on your butt.
But we're all under him.
Right, so does anyone want to try to move under him?
I land on
Not me.
Astaroth's horn and die.
Yeah, we'll try to like.
We'll both leap to try and catch him.
Sure.
And then you're like, boom, boom.
Sure. Make a dexterity save.
Oh, lovely.
Little
To try
drakes
to
fly around
save
our
him.
head.
Well, I have disadvantage, right?
Oh
Right.
no!
So, and I have a -1 to my dex, so that is a 4.
Okay. So here's what's gonna happen.
Can I try and
You-
catch him too?
Yeah, go ahead.
I got you, Lucian.
I got you, Luke. I got you, Blue.
And if I fail, we hit each other. So that's a 10.
Okay. So here's what's gonna happen. You would have taken 2d6,
Okay.
but instead you're gonna take 1d6,
Okay.
and you're gonna take 1d6.
That seems fair.
Velma's gonna
Slam
watch you
into
both
each
and go.
other.
You know, you
Everybody-
really shouldn't
Everybody
climb-
take 2 falling damage.
Oof.
As,
Oof.
as
Oof.
And
Lucian
Velma's gonna
falls
go,
from
you know,
the
you
sky.
really shouldn't try to climb up random towers. It's really bad for your health.
Where's the slime at this point?
So you managed to muffle the fall enough that the slime isn't going to come at you.
Good.
Okay, here's what Velma's gonna do. I just realized, because I realized she can't carry a bell and her cane up the thing. So instead, she's gonna cast Unseen Servant.
Oh, your favorite.
Yeah, and it actually is useful this time
Yeah.
around because she's gonna instruct the servants that when she gives it the signal, it's gonna bang the bells as hard as it can.
Perfect.
And so that's what she's doing right now with that. And actually, how long does that take to ritually cast?
A minute, I think.
Okay, so let's say she cast it ritually while they were doing their weird, ridiculous shenanigans.
Sounds great.
She sat there and cast it. So
Cast
I'm not going to burn a spell slot if I have to.
You have a ghostly servant
Mhm.
that is
Yep, I'm gonna
right
call.
by a
I'm,
bell.
I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it. Charles.
Charles.
And I think I called it Charles last time.
Great.
I might be wrong.
It's the same. It's
Yeah.
the same unseen
So
servant.
she calls it Charles, and she says like, Charles, when I give you the signal, I want you to hit that bell as hard as you can.
and you get 2 ghostly thumbs up.
Yeah. So then, and then she. Are we still trying to build the ladder?
I think we have a rope hanging down.
Okay.
Yeah, there's
So
still a
she
rope there.
she kind of like clips her cane to like through her belt and starts to climb the rope.
Mhm.
And when she gets to the top of the rope, when she gets to where the rod is, she can grip it. Rather than like reach up for the door, she's gonna pull her cane out and like poke at it a bunch
Great.
with the cane and try to knock the door open.
So you poke at it
Mhm.
with your cane,
Yeah.
like you're knocking.
Like she's trying to shove it open.
Okay, yeah, you can. So make a strength check
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
for me.
Do you want to cast Bless on me?
Yeah, I know you all should have waited.
You're up there.
I know. Yeah. What do I got? Yeah, that's gonna be a 5.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
my- okay.
You are
I got
unable
this.
to shove it open.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna like scooch over on the rod so that I'm not.
Man,
This is ridiculous. This is not the way you enter a guild
Look,
hall.
I'm sorry I should have opened the thing when I was up there. I didn't think it through.
category 2 crisis, no problem. 20 feet up, man.
Actually, maybe
Nemesis.
Astrak, you might want to do this because I'm really tired from the
Look.
smell and stuff still. And
Okay, fine. So I like kind of like lower myself back down the rope.
Look, I'm sorry. I underestimated how physically incapable all of you are.
Yes, you did.
Yes, how dare we
did.
not be able to climb ropes and open doors at the same time?
All right, all right.
Okay.
Plus,
so
we know how much you love attacking doors in moments of crisis.
I do like attacking doors.
and I cast guidance on him as he's going.
Thank you.
Oh, he gets his magic spell. Okay,
It can be very useful.
Well, I
No,
was
no,
gonna
let
give
him
you.
fall.
Sorry, I'm tired. Okay.
As,
All right.
as you're arguing, the green slime congeals above the immovable rod.
Oh, come
Because you're
on.
climbing the rope.
yeah.
Yeah.
I get up to the top and there's the immovable rod there. And I'm like,
Could somebody yell or something?
Oh, Charles and Charles are banging the
Bing, bing,
the
bing,
bell.
bing, 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 and the slime scoots over and starts dripping down where Charles is. How many hit points does Charles have?
I think none. I think
None?
I think it
Okay.
takes damage.
So it's gonna like gloop onto Charles,
Okay.
and all the green slime's now on the floor.
Great.
Oh,
Near you, not on you,
sure.
and Charles is gone.
Okay.
And like
Charles
on the bell.
in charge of dying in this bell
all right.
tower.
Astaroth climbs his way to the top
Yeah.
and wraps the rope around his arm and kind of does the same with his foot so that he's got kind of like a hold there, and then takes his other arm and tries to push open the door.
Great. Well, you're pretty strong to begin with. You have like passive strength, I would assume.
I guess. I mean, my strength modifier is +4. So
Okay, I would
we
say this is like military training 101. I would say roll this at advantage.
All right.
So roll your athletics at
I'm
advantage.
gonna before he does that. Oh, never mind.
Oh, sorry. Well, I have guidance too,
Okay.
right?
I forgot your guidance. Okay.
So that That's 10 plus 2. That's 19.
Great.
Um,
in the interest of
It was
cutting
19.
the scene short,
Not driving our audience crazy.
right?
Opening
You
a door.
have opened this trap door.
We have defeated the door.
You've defeated the door.
And a bunch of poisonous gas flies in and we're all dead.
Right. No, and you're able, ultimately, through some difficulty, to be able to get out of the main entrance room into the next phase of this particular entrance, which is designed to be difficult.
Which is it's a 30-foot room with a trapdoor.
It's a 50-foot room.
Oh,
This is a bell tower, guys. There's a steeple.
All right.
And so you need to figure
Bell
out...
towers have stairs.
Right.
I know for a fact.
This now that you're out of the room, they wouldn't have had stairs in it.
Okay,
This
fair.
does have stairs.
Oh, great.
There are stairs around.
Yeah.
But picture what it would look like
They're
when the
upside
down.
stairs
Yeah.
are upside
You can still
down.
climb them.
Exactly.
Can we?
No?
They-
Oh, wait, because...
They're
Wait,
like a
it's
slide.
a 50-foot room? Guys, I've got good news. My rope is 50 feet long.
good.
Oh boy.
Did you pull it up from downstairs?
Yeah.
Did we get the rod from downstairs?
Yeah,
I mean,
you
it's
guys
right
got
there,
the
yeah.
rod.
Yeah, but
would
but
never
knowing
forget
Ruben,
the
we
rod.
have to say it
No,
specifically.
No.
Unless there's
So
a
we're
building
all-
falling
we'll all
down
get a
on you.
DM from like in a week from now. Y'all got the rod, didn't you? Didn't you? Huh?
I also specifically stated that I needed to remember to get the javelin,
Yeah.
and then didn't.
Right.
Yeah, but he
And
did
then
it with the rod too.
the immovable rod, a building fell on.
Yeah.
The building's not falling on you yet. So you have a tall order ahead of you. Not too terribly difficult. Just tell me how you get up these upside down stairs.
What is the bottom? What is the upside down side of the stair? Look like? Is it like an inverse stair or is it like a flat surface?
So the stairs begin because if you picture it upside down,
Yeah.
there's a bit of a landing essentially.
Sure.
They begin maybe 10 feet above you.
Okay.
And then they go from there.
Okay.
So the stairs are functional if they were right side up, but upside down, the pressure of pushing down on the nails, they're not designed to be pushed on in this manner. So as long as you have a creative way to not accidentally destroy these stairs.
Well,
I'm not good
I
at
think
that.
there's an obvious way for us to get up, which is that we need to give Tuturu a magic feather that's actually just a normal feather, but will give her confidence.
Yeah.
And then you flap your ears and just lift
don't
up
think that's how
and
they
take us
work.
up there.
I can't fly with my ears, right? They're just gliding.
Right, correct. They're just gliding ears.
That's just because you don't believe in yourself.
Yeah, I
enough.
need to believe in myself.
Lucian's just gonna complain about how awful this is until someone carries him up there. Are you serious? More? Are you kidding me?
All right.
How could anybody?
I just pick Lucian
Do
up.
not touch me.
Now, the humanoids aren't going to have any problem. The humanoids are going to be fine climbing these upside down stairs because the nails that have nailed these in, remember, they're designed to be stepped on, not stepped on the bottom of.
Yeah.
So you all don't weigh too much to shove those down. So you all will be
Okay,
fine.
well then if it's a
Must
50-foot
be
rope,
nice.
I think that what happens is, again, Velma tucks her cane into her pocket, into her like belt, and then she climbs up, clicks the rod with the rope still tied to it, and drops the rope down for those two to climb up it.
Great.
Okay.
And we'll say, in the interest of televised Dungeons and Dragons, that you all do that.
Hooray!
Yay,
did
you're
it.
so good at this
The
game.
next room is 100 feet tall.
Exactly.
I hate this game.
You eat pancakes.
Luckily, all
get
of you
divorced,
guys have
eat more
rope too,
pancakes.
so...
You ultimately get into the next room, which appears to just sort of be a well, I can show you what it looks like.
But how?
But how?
But how?
The fun part is that we're not actually getting higher, really. We're
getting better.
closer to zero.
Yeah.
So let's take
I mean, yes, we are getting
away.
better, but we were at negative.
Oh, let's grab our minis.
Oh, yeah, grab
Oh,
your
good call.
minis.
Good call. Good call. Good call.
And I'll get rid of this
We are
somehow.
transported onto separate columns.
We can put it on this side if you want.
We are on cups.
Oh, they bring
We
it
are
to
on
the end.
cups. I got my ticket for the long way down.
Yeah.
2 pound of whiskey on the way.
Wow, it's like you plan this to fit.
Almost.
Is it?
Do you need a
Not
centerpiece?
quite.
Here, hang on.
There we go.
This might be easier. Hang on. On this side, it might be better to lift it a little bit. There you go.
Great.
That
I
way it's all the
screwed
way
that
on
one
there.
in.
So you're all coming in from this entrance here, and you walk into a room, essentially,
Cool.
after you all leave the previous room. Get these out of here.
We walk into a Michael's Arts and Crafts.
This week's maps have been sponsored by Michaels for sure. This room.
And by sponsored by, I mean you spent your own money at this point.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Give me a water.
I'm back. This room appears to be what used to be the ceiling. Looks like if the ceiling was the floor and the floor was the ceiling.
Right.
This looks like it was a ballroom at some point.
Okay.
There are sort of collapsed piles of chandelier around.
Okay.
Does not look like a particularly used entrance. Most of the guild business is theoretically handled through other entrances that are at ground level, aka on the ceiling.
This is the
route
entrance
the route that we wanted to go.
Didn't we take it?
We don't know. They don't expect anybody to take this entrance. They put it there for like a fun laugh.
Right. And you walk in, and there is a lot of sort of flooded, stale, stagnant water. There is a large pile of debris in the middle of that as well. And this room is dripping and dark. Not totally dark, but dark enough that it's creepy. And you don't see another way out immediately from this room.
Okay. I assume you still have dancing lights going?
Oh yeah, I can recast it. It's a cantrip.
Oh, right,
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I can also cast light.
I'll cast it again. And we'll assume, just for sake of logistics, that when we were climbing, Arthur was like holding onto my shoulder very tightly.
We forgot the
I think
cat!
that my cloak probably can form around the cat.
Sure.
And
The cat can
little kitty Bjorn.
skimmer up.
Yeah.
Kitty Bjorn?
I just don't want anyone later like, how did the cat get up there?
Right.
When I realize that I had the cat again 10 minutes from now.
I'm gonna stick my staff in the water to see how deep it is.
Okay. So you're sticking your staff in the water. Make a survival check.
Plus 4 is 11.
Okay. Not too terribly difficult. You didn't need too much. Maybe 2 feet deep.
Oh, okay.
But as you disturb the water, the ripples scatter about the room, and it seems like not every ripple that comes back was made by your staff.
I jerk it out.
Great.
Something's in the water.
Of course it is.
Oh, great.
Yeah, just
Maybe-
jumping back a little bit. I assume Arthur basically just follows familiar rules, which is that you forget about them and don't worry about them until you need them, and then it's like, oh, they were here all the
Yeah.
time.
Yes.
Maybe that's the receptionist or something, and this is the lobby.
Oh, okay. Do you want to talk to him?
Hello, we're here on official guild business. My name is Lucian. These are my cohorts, and we'd like an appointment. You were kidding. That's really.
I take my dancing lights and form them into the humanoid figure they can do,
Yep.
and I put it in the water on the other side of that little like rock there. No, like just like right across from us.
Right here?
Like yeah, basically like trying to see if like something goes towards it.
Sure. And as the dancing lights go towards that, make a perception check.
That's a 6.
Okay.
We're on it tonight.
We are. We're doing
Your
real good.
your
You look
dancing
away.
light person goes there.
We are the
Okay.
best adventurers.
Does anybody else notice anything around my dancing lights when I do that?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the lights.
Sure. Make a
I'm the
perception
worst
check.
person right now to watch.
Make a perception check.
I guess I'll
11.
watch too. I'm not a.
Oh,
Oh!
hey!
Bow, 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 bow!
I'm not very perceptive, except I'm the
I
best
don't
at it.
perceive.
You
But-
don't see very
No, it's
much
fine.
in the darkness. You're still kind of focused on your allergies down here. You, on the other hand, can make out 2 vague shapes in the water that sort of are like slinking along the bottom under the water and like look like they're curious and perhaps about to strike at the lighted being.
Yeah, I'm getting some distinct slinking under there.
Okay, Velma like unclicks her sword cane and has it ready now, so it can be like a rapier
Okay.
attack.
Can we make our way around the edge of the pool?
Everything so the edge of the room, it looks like that the ceiling was rounded at some point, and so it's all collected in the middle as opposed to on the edges. So you can make your way around one of these sides.
But do we need to get into that like center aisle thing?
You don't know where the exit
Okay,
is.
so we kind of
Let's
start
explore
walking
here.
along.
This looks like it's not this looks like it's a pile or a rock formation, as opposed to there's another way out from here.
Okay, I kind of send the dancing lights. Like I'm letting it follow us a little bit, but kind of keeping it away from us, kind of like lure whatever's trying
Who's
to take us away
first?
from it.
I'll probably
That's
go
rough.
first.
Should
You
I
going
be-
that way
should I
or
go
this
in the
way?
back?
Which way?
Well, let's go that way.
Okay.
Yeah, who's will flank us?
Okay. I'll be the
Anchor us, I mean, yeah.
Like so?
Yep.
Okay. And where is the dancing light?
We'll say he's following the like alternate shoreline. Like,
Going this way?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
no, like it's following us,
following
but
you.
it's like
on the
It's
other
like-
side, not next to us.
yeah, it's like kind of like
So that
drawing.
side.
Oh,
yeah.
this
Like,
side.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean
That would work. Yeah, that's fine.
okay? So we'll say
I
that you're,
want it. Let's put it more like in the middle of this thing there. Yeah, like 'cause I don't
Right-
want. I
right
don't want
here-ish?
whatever's in the water to come be like 5 feet from us.
Right.
I want
Right.
it to be kind of far
Okay.
from us. Yeah.
So you're able to make your way along that side. It is dark now that your dancing lights are somewhere else.
Right.
So-
I'll cast light on my pocket watch.
Okay. As you do, it looks like one of the shapes breaks off, and one of them sticks with both light sources. So you're able to sort of skitter along the outside.
How well can I see if we drop the lights? Besides, if we drop Lucian's light, and there's like 10-foot radius bright light across the room from me, how well can I see in the darkness?
Not super well. I
Okay.
would probably have you make a dexterity check to maintain your footing
Okay.
instead of falling over.
Okay. Then I won't do that.
So you're able to make your way around the outside,
Around the outside.
Um,
around the outside.
All right.
and we'll say that you can get to
And
this
we're-
far side.
Looking for doors as we go.
That's right. So go ahead and make a investigation check if you're looking for doors.
Natty
Do it all once.
I got a natural one, so
You could do worse.
can I?
No. I guess not.
Investigation. I got
Oh.
a 17.
Okay.
I got
But-
a nat 20.
Great. So, with your 17, you can only really see in this. So you've searched along this wall
Mm-hmm.
and this corner. Doesn't seem like there's anything here. Velma,
Mhm.
you have, with your natural 20, we'll say that your sight
Mhm.
is better and you're able to get a bigger swath of area.
Yeah.
So nothing from here to here
Okay.
looks like there's any exit.
Okay.
None of this.
Okay. So we kind of keep walking along the wall then.
Okay.
And I would send my dancing lights to be probably in the middle of these things right now.
Okay.
Because I also can only have 120 feet, so I wouldn't keep it too far away from me.
Nice.
If we have to get in this water to find our way through, I'm gonna be upset.
You do eventually you do see that the beings that are in the water, they do not stand up, they remain in the water, but there appear to be little swamp things
Aw,
that are sort of creeping around,
you're little.
sort of observing you.
Adorably
I'm
disgusting.
gonna attempt, since we obviously know that they're there and they know that we're there, I'm gonna attempt to speak in Undercommon to it again because it is a Golgari Guildhall.
Okay.
And I'm going to just say like, we are here on official guild business, and I am just trying to get these outlanders to the main hall.
They do not appear to respond in any meaningful way.
Okay, worth a try.
What did you say?
I just asked how their moms were.
Oh.
I told them we were here on official guild business, and we're trying to get to the main hall.
Oh, okay. So
They,
what
they did not respond.
Okay, maybe this was just sort of an elaborate prank by the Golgari for us above grounders, and there's no actual entrance.
Well, there is an actual entrance. We chose not to go through it when we came down to the Undercity.
Well, as far as I can tell, we're not done searching yet. We got another side of this wall we can look through.
So
I
you
suppose
can
so.
keep moving along, and I'll have you do another investigation check.
Yeah,
Here, over here.
And Astaroth searches by. He's kind of like tapping his axe on the wall
Okay.
lightly to like search for like hollow spots.
Twice.
So you can add your athletics
Okay.
to your investigation, and if you're proficient in either of those, then you can add that proficiency.
Oh boy. I'll roll that then.
Investigation, athletics with tapping.
So that's going to be a dirty 20.
Nice.
And I'm gonna roll mine. Mine's gonna be a 14.
I got a 6.
You sense a fake wall in this corner that when you go tap, 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 thunk, 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 thunk.
Got something over here. It's at least hollow. There's something behind it. You try to find a way through, or you want me to just start hitting it and hope it opens up?
Someone keep an eye on the things in the water.
I can watch him.
All right. There must be some sort of panel or something to open it. Maybe just I'll just use my light to scan the wall really closely.
You sense that there is. It does seem like there is a Golgari insignia in the wall.
Oh.
This probably with your familiarity with locks and doors and things of that nature, this requires some sort of password or key or mechanical way to open this door.
I attempt to take my signet that I've got and like hold it up to it to see if it does anything.
And that is not magical, right?
Indeed.
It would have no effect.
I figured as
in
much,
that
but I'll
case.
try if
Yeah.
I have it.
Yeah.
I have this fancy toy. I might as well use it.
You do, with your knowledge of stone things, you do know that you probably could bust this wall open or this door open.
Wait, Gandalf. What's the Elvish word for friend? Merlaw.
Is there any? Can I do like a check with my like thieves' tools to see if there's like a way that I can like pick it open?
Sure. Do use your sleight of hand proficiency to do an investigation check.
Okay.
Do the little swamp thingies look like they're
Ooh,
closer at all?
20.
They're just
23.
observing.
18 plus 5, 23.
Nice.
Nice.
It does look like you could probably. So this is a magical effect.
Okay.
But it does have mechanical elements to it. It looks like you could try to either disarm the magical elements to try to force the door to not be locked anymore.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna use my magical. I have that. What's it
The
called?
Keymaster Rogues
Keymaster
Kit?
Rose Kit, which gives me +5 on top of my +5 sleight of hand. So I'm gonna try to pick this lock.
Great.
So that's okay. Okay, that is
Nice.
gonna be a
Nice.
28.
Yep.
Woo!
You get rid of the mechanical elements to this door.
Okay.
This door is now unlocked.
Okay.
It is still a big piece of stone.
Okay. Hey, Red.
Oh.
You want to try pushing that door open?
What, is that me? I'm Red? Nobody gives me nicknames. That's kind of nice. All right.
I kind of look at you like I just want to make him happy.
He's very happy.
Yeah, sure, okay. Let's give it a try.
Okay. Make a strength athletics check.
Oh, athletics, my one particularly high skill.
Do that Wario tackle.
Oh no, not as good.
Oh,
no.
All right.
This is like the exact opposite of when you bragged about how low your perception was.
I got a 10.
It seems not only is it that you shoulder it and put your weight into it, it doesn't seem like it opens in this. This doesn't budge
Like
at all.
a sleep, probably. Oh.
Well, that's all I could do.
While you were looking at the mechanics, I'll give you this to grease these wheels a little bit. It looks like you need to shove it to a side,
Okay.
as opposed to into it or up.
Oh well, I mean, okay. Like,
Is there like a wedge?
I think someone has an axe. He could probably use as the wedge.
Yes. Yeah. Maybe give it a good swipe and then.
Well,
Try
I already tried pushing it, and
try
that's kind of
push it-
what all
try
I was
pushing
really
it.
down.
Inward more than outward,
All right, I mean, we can give it a try.
like a French door or a pocket door.
I'll try
You wouldn't know
and
it's
jam
French
my
means.
axe into.
Okay. This one would be use your dexterity to try to get it in there.
Oh.
Make a dexterity check for me.
Dexterity. That's worse. That's 5.
Okay, that's not going to do it. You're not able to wedge it in there so much.
I think part of him is because he almost is like, nope, I like the way I did it.
Yeah.
There's a Tom.
I'm gonna look,
Yeah, it's not
let me
gonna
look around
work,
for
see.
rocks that we could wedge in.
Sure. So I'll give you one more opportunity to try to open this door before combat's gonna happen.
All right, I'll let you guys figure something out.
These guys are gonna start closing in a little bit.
I thought they were gonna help us. I was gonna be like, I was like pointing to the door with them, like, door.
Go, Golgari friends!
We're breaking in.
Like when you visit another country and you're like, how does this work? And someone's like, we can do this.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
think I'm out of things that I can really do really well.
Let's see.
I could
I
try
cast
to
unseen
investigate
servant.
the
Make
door
it open
again.
the door. Kidding. I don't think I can do that.
You've got
Tuturu, with your strength, you think you could just kind of like shove that open?
I can try.
Astaroth, watch the water.
All right, watching.
I'll walk over there.
Okay. Go ahead and make a. I guess just make an athletics check.
Athletics.
Make this one normally because this is stone, and I would
Okay.
normally give you advantage.
yeah.
Stone.
Can't roll tonight.
All right, we're gonna fight.
12.
All right, guys, we're gonna fight.
10 was all you needed.
Yay!
So
Oh, thank God.
doors, man, doors are a problem.
But definitely.
They sure are.
Hidden door.
It did take an entire combat for them to open one door last time.
It's
So.
true. And you're able to make your way out of this particular room and away from this map that I had a great time making this map. But,
And I break apart my dancing lights again and pull them towards me again.
great. And you are able to make it into the next chamber. The next chamber does not have a map. Instead, what it is it appears to be a waiting room kind of area.
Like an official waiting room?
It looks like there are just folks waiting in this
Oh
room.
man, now Lucian's
thank
like
not Celestia.
in his element.
Now I'm pissed. All that, now we have to wait?
There is a desk with someone operating. There's a place to take a number. There are just a ton of people in this pretty big waiting chamber. And it is loud in here with cicada and grasshopper noises and insect noises. And on top of that din, there appears to be 4 crawl who are hanging out together in the middle of the room, playing instruments, practicing instruments together. One of them appears to have a sort of what looks like a lute almost. Another one has like one large string attached to a stick on top of a pail. Another one has a large jug. And they're all sort of sitting there, sort of jamming out a little bit.
I get out my flute and I try to mimic their tune.
Oh, that's very nice. They all sort of look at you and they're like, "That's very nice. I like that." Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you
I
will
get
get your number yet?
I get it.
I'm not gonna say it.
Friggin' Golgari invasion.
I'm Velma Best.
Yeah.
No, we haven't got. How long would we be expected to wait? How long have you been waiting?
Oh, we've been waiting for about a day and a half.
Day and a half. I'm gonna walk up to the desk.
Mhm.
Is there someone there?
Yeah. Can I help you?
Excuse me. Yes, you can help us. We are here on official guild pact business, and are you paying attention? We're here on official.
What?
We're
Did you
here
take a number?
No,
Is it like a frog person?
I did not take a number. We just arrived, but we are here on official guild pact business.
Take a number.
We cannot wait a day and a half or longer for whatever. I don't even know what these people are here for.
They're here for whatever their business is.
Yes, and I'm sure none of that is more important than what we're here for.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Guild.
Take a number.
We are here from the Guild Pact. Did you not hear what I said?
She'll just stare you down.
I'd like to speak to your superior, please.
Take a number. Why did we go through
I am my superior. You want to talk to my manager?
Yes, whoever that is. I suppose.
Hold. And she'll sort of slowly rotate and turn. Storev. Yeah, somebody wants you. And you see emerging from the back office, a tall, one of those undead, gaunt kind of beings, with a bit of a headdress, walks out to the front and says,
Can I help you?
Yes, finally, some progress. My name is Lucian Ladrian of the Guild Pact.
Indeed.
And we are here to see, well, I suppose we're here to see Vraska if she's available, but...
If you wish to speak to the Queen, you'll have to wait in line like everyone else.
I don't think anyone here is here to see the Queen. I assume they're here for some much lower business.
All audience is held in the same chamber.
I'm gonna look at what number is currently up.
Uh-huh.
What is it?
77.
Okay, I'm looking around the room for who has 78.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Okay. Yeah, it's only giving me 11.
Okay. Most folks aren't holding any numbers in
Okay.
their hands. It doesn't look like anyone has
Wait,
slips.
hang on. No, I have a better idea. Oh, you know what? Actually, I have number 77. Our number is actually up.
Oh, okay. Well, why didn't you just say so?
How did you...
Let me see. I have to make a check against
It's
this,
a
right?
it's a perception 20, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, it's difficulty 20 the first time, and it goes down by 2 every time I use
Sure.
it in a day.
Oh, okay. Well, we can make sure that.
You have to remember when you
works
have
for
magical
you.
items that you haven't used in a season.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, right. You can make your way in. You're next in line.
Thank you.
So you'll wait until your number's called.
Well, the number I picked was the one that was on the
Right,
board.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
And yeah, I guess that works.
And during this time, teacher is just like kind of like blowing her nose and like.
Sorry.
Is the
friend.
air fresher up here for her?
Yeah, air's better now that you're in this waiting room. There's some sort of sickly potpourri that they pump in, but it's better than what else there was. You can take the fatigue away now that you're out of the bad air.
Was
But
it
it's also like-
Travaz that told us to go the Undercity route?
Yeah, who told us to go this route?
No, the Guildpact told you to go this route.
Why?
But wasn't it
Bunch of
Travaz that gave
idiots.
us information?
Travaz's
oh.
Drake.
Because I'm trying to be like, why did...
No, this was information
Yeah.
provided by Travaz, but
Yeah.
this is not
So it's like,
from Travaz.
Why did they want us to go through the sewer if we're just going to walk in and ask for an audience?
Well, what are we supposed to be invested at? Like,
Yeah.
while we're huddled together. Hey, everyone. So are we just gonna ask Vraska if anything
That's what I don't understand
weird's
what we're
going
doing.
on? Like,
I was also wondering if that's the plan, because
what's the plan?
Well, if we want to inspect the body of our dear departed friend down there, like I said, we
Oh.
need permission.
Yes.
And
Well, and Velma has a reason why she wants to go into Vraska's office, but she's not sharing that yet, so...
But the Guild Pact also asked us to investigate the Golgari, and it didn't have to deal with the statue, so what's the plan for that?
well, I
Yeah.
will just ask Vraska if she has any shady dealings that she wants to make aware before we figure them out ourselves. And
look,
That's a good idea. What are we gonna do?
I'm not feeling too great about walking up to a Gorgon and saying that we're investigating them. That's how you get turned into rock. And I'm already rock. But I'd rather not be that way for the rest of eternity. Am I right? Am I right? I'll be here all week, everybody.
So you, delightful. So you walk into what appears to be a large circular chamber. About the room, there are a ton of folks. It seems like there's a brief or a small group talking with someone on a throne. There are a number of the same undead guard called the Erstwhile that are about the room. You see everyone in this room is wearing finery, noble finery, but Golgari, so really alien looking. You see that the men have multi-layered collars of shelf fungus. The women have these moral mushroom filigree. They style their hair with insect legs. There appears to be an elf who's in a gown of spider silk, with spiders, complete with spiders climbing over it and about it. All of the elves in the room have the same sort of face paint that you saw on the Golgari outside. Yep.
Boy, we look really out of place here, y'all.
You also notice that the court fashion appears to be to have your hair dreaded or braided into many, like a dozen braids of various sizes or sides, various sizes, and it becomes obvious as to why. It seems to be the fashion because of the person who's sitting on the throne. Sitting on the throne is a beautiful woman, Gorgon, with tendrils flowing from her head. She sits on her throne in similar mushroomed style, morel-styled dress that flows down to her feet. The throne itself appears to be made of statues of various kinds. But you look a little bit closer, and some of the statues are making faces that you wouldn't probably carve.
So we have to assume that the stonemason was actually very skilled.
Mm-hmm, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm getting
That's the conclusion.
It was actually H.R. Geiger, the stonemason.
right.
The corners of the armrests appear to be two goblins that have platters above their heads, and the woman on the throne appears to be leafing through a book as you walk in.
I want to see if I can figure out if that's the... I know what I'm looking for, so I'm looking at that book. Okay.
And you can roll an advantage.
Okay. Okay.
Because you're looking for that book
Okay, so
specifically.
that one's 21, and this one is... Yeah, so 21's my advantage
Yep.
one.
Sure looks like the box, and you catch a glance at the spine, and the spine says, "and the urchin."
Okay. I'm wearing like my cloak that I still had on outside, like when we were traveling.
Sure.
So I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna whisper ribbons to myself and transform my clothes under the cloak into like the finery that we've been seeing around the room.
Sure.
And then I'm gonna cast disguise self on myself.
Great.
And all I'm gonna change is put my hair into that dread style.
Sure.
And then once that's done, I'm gonna lower my hood, and I'm going to lower my hood so I have my hair all in those threads. I'm gonna undo my cloak so I look like one of the people in the finery, and I'm gonna go up to the throne. I'm going to bow in a very regal way. I'm sure my mom taught me as a child, how to address royalty. And I'm gonna recite Arthur's poem in its entirety to her. If you want me to read it out loud, I can. Okay.
I mean, if you want to, you can.
I think for the sake of the amount of time we spent in the...
What a lovely poem. It's from this book.
It is. It's been redacted in all later editions.
Really? How interesting. Have you read this?
Not that edition, but I've read later versions of it.
She will take a piece of paper that she has at her side, place it in the book, and close it. Set it on one of the plinths off to the side. To whom am I speaking?
My name is... Well, when I lived in your realm, I went by the name Sunil.
Sunil. It's very nice to make your acquaintance.
But now you may call me Velma.
Ah. Well, we all change, don't we? Why have you sought your queen?
I'm curious about this book.
Oh, well, this is from my personal collection.
Interestingly, I believe up until a few weeks ago, it belonged to a bookseller in the what was the neighborhood where that was at?
Tin Street.
In Tin Street.
Indeed.
You're lucky you got it when you did, as the previous owner met to an unfortunate end. And I'm kind of looking around at you guys, trying to. Hopefully, you guys are doing something while I'm stalling her.
Right.
I'm looking around the room.
Yeah. Flabbergasted.
The rest of the rest of the nobles about the
we're just
room are
talking to
sort
her.
of a little freaked out and are sort of backing away at this point and giving you a wide berth.
Okay. All right. I believe that the previous owner met a very unfortunate end within days of your purchase.
That sounds most unfortunate.
You may have heard of it. It was the Embermine Killer. We stopped him.
I've read about it.
And I look at the book when she says, I've read about it. I looked at the book and I went, different one.
Different one.
His name was Bavlek. We dealt with him actually in your realm, in the asylum.
Ah, the asylum.
It was
The
in all
former
the papers?
Orzhov business. Oh, I don't read the papers.
Yeah, we were just after the.
Stop. What's your name?
It's Astarock. I've got a letter. I won't show you actually. We were just after that whole the Bavlik thing. We were doing a bit of a goodwill tour, going around to the different guilds and you knew the guy who sold the book and he died, and now since we got the murder, we just thought we'd come here and say, hey, we solved it into a guild, work in peace and harmony and stuff, and that seems good, right? That seems like a good thing for us to be doing.
She will look around at her guard before addressing. And do you have anything to say, to add? What's your name?
My name is Tuturu, and yes, we were just, bad things happened, and we wanted to make sure there's nothing else odd happening here that we might be able to be of service with and help with.
And how about you, sir?
My name's Lucian Ladrin, and we're here on official business.
Business from the Azorius? From the Boros? The Celestia? Or wherever you are from?
The Guildpact.
Ah, the Guildpact.
It's a combination of sorts.
Interesting. And you say you're here for my book?
That's my own personal business. That's
Yes.
not theirs.
I was.
What is your business here?
Well, you said there was other people in this room?
Yeah.
If you'd like to speak alone.
Oh no, they're quite all right.
All right. We have been given reason to believe that you are dealing with or are part of some sort of nefarious scheme in Ravnica, and
Yeah, is that what we've been led to believe?
and it's my job.
We don't want to be turned into
Astarock.
stone, Miss Queen.
Out of character question.
Yes.
Is it common knowledge in this point in Ravnica that Vraska is taking control of the Golgari, or was there a leader we thought was in charge until now?
It's sort of up in the air right now.
Okay.
The leadership of the Golgari is a little bit nebulous at all times.
Okay.
Common knowledge is that the leader is Gerard. But it's like 50-50 split
Okay.
between people who are privy to who the new guild leader is and who the old guild leader was.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yes, the Living Guild Pact sent us here to investigate. Now, I'm not saying that you're specifically complicit, but your guild might be. Someone behind the scenes, maybe one of your cohorts, I don't know. We're here to see what you want to say about that and possibly ask a favor of sorts in our investigation to maybe piece together the body of one of the fallen down there.
Let me... A big smile comes across her face. Let me see if I understand you correctly.
Right?
You came all this way from above ground, from the Guildpact office. You waded through our bureaucracy of the waiting room, which as an Azorius, I'm sure you were more than happy to do. You came into my chamber, sought my company and my guidance, and tell me that not only are you here to investigate me and my guild for potential malfeasance, but also to check in on an overdue library book, or no, I'm sorry, from a bookseller. A bookseller who I am quite sure made very certain that my connection to said book would be kept secret.
Well, you're holding it in your hand. It's kind of hard to keep that secret.
Where I got it from was quite secret.
It's hard for the dead to continue keeping most secrets.
The dead are the only ones who can keep a secret.
Not in Ravnica.
Yeah, no, all that was all just part of a big elaborate joke. We're actually all Rakdos. It was just a funny thing we were doing. No, it's not.
I draw on, like, is there like any like dust or anything on the ground, like, or any sort of like, or is it pretty
let's say that there is.
I kind of draw the V that she signed that receipt with.
Sure.
And I will say, paperwork always finds its way back to those who know where to look.
Huh.
I'm not here to accuse you of anything. I just have a personal interest in the book. And when our paths were leading us here, I figured I would add it, take advantage of the intersection. We were coming here anyway.
I like you. You're very funny. Very entertaining. I can't believe what I'm hearing. This is some of the most entertaining moments I've had in recent memory. You dare come into the Underrealm, into Svogthos, and into my chamber. Do you understand who I am and what this place is that you stand in? You dare come into my house? I don't care much for your insolence, but I like you a little bit. So, I'll make you a wager. I feel like having some fun, and I think that you do too, considering the alternative. This room has seen more history than you could ever imagine. This is Svogthos, the restless tomb, the seat of Golgari power. For me, your queen, and the liches before me, ever since the sisters. This is the structure where the soul of the Perrin, Svogthir, has manifested. It has chosen this location above Karazda as its current location. This is where the torso of the great Cyclops Titan, the Perrin of the Gruul, Caesarzum, was taken, and where Svogthir consumed him and made him immortal. This was the first basilica of the Orzhov, long ago, before the council was all ghosts. And before all of that, this was the room, right where you stand, where the Guild Pact was signed, and the War of the Ten was ended by the word of the first. Here in this chamber, on the floor above you, and you look up, and you can see the floor that you all were standing on in your vision. And where the Perrins met and sealed the guilds in writing for all time.
Hey, this is... Yeah.
Their words remain etched on these walls, though some are forgotten. If you can complete the long broken quotes, perhaps I won't kill you. for your presumption
Big
to come
Yes.
before me, your queen, unbidden. Roll for initiative. Where are you? So this is the throne. You're sort of standing in front of it.
Astaroth kind of backed up
Uh-huh.
as
fine.
things were going on because he realized we were basically directly confronting a
Yep.
Gorgon.
Velma will be in the middle because she was actively
That's right.
like
Yep.
cordially
You're, like, up
addressing
here.
the queen.
You guys will be.
I'm
a
gonna
little
be
bit-
off to the left.
Which, this way. This way.
Yeah, way.
I got a 21 on
9.
initiative.
Okay. Let me roll for. Actually, I think I'm just going to do lair actions.
Probably-
You're not going to fight Vraska.
Sure.
Unless you want to attack Vraska.
Nope.
I mean,
Sure don't.
Okay.
I attack Vraska.
yeah.
Okay.
I
Above,
got feather.
above 20.
You can take her.
You were above 20, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I got 21.
I got a 20.
Okay.
Natural.
20 to 15?
Almost.
15 to 10?
11.
And Velma, what's yours?
9.
Could you actually put me? I would have been like over on the other side of that spider web, I think.
And I think Arthur would probably be
No,
very
yeah.
interested in the book.
Like across from Astaroth.
Like there?
No.
The
Yeah,
cat?
there.
Great.
Well, up to you. But I feel like Arthur the cat would be very attracted to the book.
Sure.
And maybe like kind of sniffing at it a little bit. while that
Velma
process-
would, or I'm sorry, Vraska would be not too,
Yeah.
or
Well-
maybe, She likes a cat,
Okay.
so she will just sort of calmly pet the cat
Okay.
as she watches you all. Astaroth, you're up first. Around
Velma
you on
might
the
have to get a bath
walls,
to that cat later.
you all see that there is words on the walls, but you won't be able to see which guilds are associated with them until you approach those spots.
Cool. I'm going to go to the bathroom and look up a YouTube VOD real quick.
Yeah. Don't worry, I have most of them written down, and so
Sure.
all you have to do is fill in a couple of words.
All right.
Man.
And Lexidons don't forget things. So, I mean,
It's true.
Let's do it Mad
You
Lib
make it
style.
make those checks at
These
advantage.
guilds were found under
Astaroth,
butts.
you're up first.
Okay. All right.
Now the room is this big. It's not just this big. It's out to this
Oh, I see.
Great.
lot width.
Oh,
All
is
right.
each one of these things like where the words are written on the wall?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to, you know what? I don't like the, so we have to walk up to one of them, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to set this as 1.
Okay.
And I'm going to roll a 12-sided die.
10-sided die.
Oh, you're right. I don't know why.
The 12 guilds of Ravnica.
Yikes!
I don't know about that.
No, I was rolling a
Surprise!
12-sided die because I wanted it to be a higher chance
Ah,
of those
got it,
two.
got
it. No, I just messed up.
You're good.
All right, so it's 6.
So started here.
That's where I'm going.
10, 15.
I guess
As you cross over this portion here,
Uh-huh.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
All right.
You'll notice that bits about the room have certain things associated with the land that they're on.
Okay,
How'd
so
you do?
I got a 21.
21 passes. So you're going to take half of 8. So take 4 poison damage.
4 I can handle.
And you are not poisoned. And that was 20, 25, 30. And so we'll say that you're able to get there. And the lucky winner is...
Selesnya!
Do you need the quote? Here's the quote. Let me
What
find
did
it.
I say?
Gotta find...
You have to do the
I'm
hit on Mausoleum.
on Selesnya now!
Here's the quote written on the wall.
Okay.
Today is a momentous day. Today is the signing of... Today, with the signing of this guild pact, we plant a seed that will sprout and grow for our future Ravnica and bring unity and peace for the future. With that hope of unity and peace, I sign the guild pact so that we may blank into a new life.
Oh.
If you get it wrong, you get turned to stone.
It's no
It's
pressure,
not a
man.
big deal.
Well,
So that you've done that. So
chosen
now your
well.
choices are:
Right.
you can say a word,
Uh-huh.
you can shout out to the group, or do something else. You can like try to remember with a remember check. You can try to do something.
I'm gonna try and remember. I would say my not saying it out of character thing would be that maybe it's grow into a new life, but it could have been a more interesting word or a
Could have been blossom. Could have been.
Yep, it could have been all sorts of vaguely Celestian sort of phrases
What if you
there.
asked the
Phrases.
only person in the room who said it?
I'm gonna be like, hey, Tutu, if you were saying this.
What did I say?
Oh, read the quote again in case
I
you
know
need
the
it for a
quote.
refresher.
I want-
Let's see here. Today's a momentous day. Today, with the signing of the Guild Pact, we plant a seed that will sprout and grow for our future Ravnica and bring unity and peace for the future. With that hope of unity and peace, I signed the Guild Pact so that we may...
I want to say it's blue.
All right. I'll try bloom.
And you say bloom, and it fills in magically on the wall as you say the right word.
Yay!
I knew that.
Let's see bloom.
Let's see bloom.
I just want to hear you read it.
You got
again.
one right. All right, Lucian,
Oh.
you're up.
Oh boy.
Or that
It's
was,
only
that
gonna
was
get
good,
harder
right?
from
Great.
there.
And an action surge.
Yeah. Right, action surge. You can move on to another one if you want
Good. No,
to.
I'll do that for now. That's
Okay,
fine.
Lucian.
Vraska's right there where Velma is.
No, Vraska, yeah, right here.
Oh, she's
in the
on top of
middle-ish.
that.
Yeah, we'll say that this is Vraska. Sort of on the throne
like
next to
that.
the book.
Also, FYI, poison everybody.
Right, this section looks like it's a little bit noxious.
Gross. I'm going to look around at the walls and the etchings and then look back at Vraska and say, like, we are not here to play your games. We are here on business. And I don't appreciate being talked down to like this. We are here on official Guild Pact business, and I feel like you should take this seriously.
I don't appreciate you coming into my house and accusing me of things.
I wasn't accusing you, I was accusing the Golgari. Now, are you...
I am the Golgari.
Well, then you are complicit in something that you may not even know about.
Lucian, she's gonna make you a statue.
If you make me a statue, that will be war against the Guild Pact.
I think I can run that risk.
You're totally necking.
I'll go back to this one, I guess.
Okay. And the winner is
Hey.
Simic.
Oh. Oh
That's
yeah,
gonna
there's
be-
ones that weren't us. That's
Right?
right.
Yeah, there are 10 guilds.
Four of
What?
us. There's
For
six
myself,
that aren't us.
Biomancer Simic, I am proud and privileged to be able to be one of the scientific and research blank. To further development and fitness of Ravnica going forward, may we all move forward healthy and ready to face the new dawn.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to remember.
Okay, roll history.
I do not remember. I was really freaking out during that because I had a speech to prepare. So I don't remember. I got a 13.
Okay. Just like Bloom was vaguely Celestian,
Mm-hmm.
this is a vaguely Simic word, like concept, that describes the... So Biomancer Simic was talking about being one of the scientific and research sectors of the new order. So a word that is similar to that. With a 13, that's as good as I'm going to give you.
Did he buy a vowel?
I wanted to say like hybrid, but that doesn't track here. Because it's like a place, right? I gotta pee real quick. Yeah, I don't know. I'll go with hybrid. I don't actually know.
Hybrid is incorrect. You're going to take 2 force damage
Okay.
as you try to invoke the wrong magic word. On initiative count 15, Vraska, or as the lair, is going to use the Noxious Touch feature. And you are all going to make Constitution saves. Make one for Jordan as well, please.
Will do. Okay, so for me it's... so 10, Jordan.
I got a nat 20.
18.
So Jordan is 16, and I am only a 10.
Okay, so Velma, you're going to take all this damage.
Okay.
Everyone else is going to take half.
Ugh.
15, reduced to 7.
Okay.
As a noxious wave blossoms out from the bottom of her dress and throne and sort of about the room.
Great.
Tuturu.
Okay, are they considered technically like here? Like if I'm trying to do a spell?
No, this is the outside of the room is the room.
Oh, so I could like just walk around.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get as far as I can over here without touching this stuff.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Take 7 points
that
of
would,
damage.
you can go here and be outside of the
No,
range.
I'm just gonna go to this thing.
Okay.
Wait, did we still get the Simic one even though I didn't get the word, or is that still
We all
on?
took
No,
it?
this
Yeah.
one still needs to be
It
done.
was a layer
Okay.
effect.
Oh,
Cool.
great.
So this one still needs to be done. Many of you know me as a lawbringer of Ravnica. I have quite a reputation and I am proud of it. But what that blank doesn't tell you is what I've seen through my journeys in Ravnica and beyond. You want me to keep going?
Sorry, could you read the part right before the blank again?
Many of you know me as a lawbringer of Ravnica. I have quite a reputation, and I am proud of it. But what that blank doesn't tell you is that what I've seen throughout my journeys in Ravnica and beyond.
I feel like I just say reputation again, but I guess I
yeah.
didn't.
What that script, what that law, what that
Story.
story, yeah.
No.
History.
I did write down part of my speech.
Perspective.
Yeah, but what's something Azori is sounding? I'm sure it has to deal with the guild. But
But what that paperwork
doesn't tell you.
But what the copy of the
Make
script that I
make
gave
an
each one of
intelligence
you
check.
Oh yeah, let's make a
doesn't tell you. I literally wrote down reputation.
2.
No joke.
I-
That is literally the word I wrote down.
I will guess reputation.
And it is reputation.
Oh,
I didn't make them all
It was
super
a
hard,
trick.
guys.
Yeah.
So that one lights up, and you have 2 of the 10. I did it! Velma.
Yes.
All right.
Reputation.
I'm gonna go to. I'm gonna look this way and see if I notice any traps that are like along. Like, is there anything physically
well, the floor moves.
between here and here?
Between
Like,
here and
yeah.
here, other than this portion and this portion, no, you can make it.
Okay,
here.
so I go between those, and I'll go to that one there.
10, 20, 30.
I can't go. I can only 25.
Oh, so 25.
Yeah.
35, 45. You can make it to the edge of this one.
I can't dash.
Oh, okay. So you're here. Right, so 5.
Wait, I can
10,
dash,
15,
but I
20,
have to.
25.
I have to roll
Right.
a dexterity saving throw to dash.
Right, so you can make it to this one
Well,
if
well,
you want to.
But I still
and
can't
then-
take my turn, so I might as well just stay where I'm at.
I'll let you take your turn.
Okay.
So
Yeah, this
make
is
your
like-
make
Yeah,
your
it's
check.
Well,
to
he's the
be-
one counting out my
Yeah,
stats.
yeah. Make your
Sure.
check to be prone.
Um,
I want to do it this way so that
Yeah.
I can see how much damage you all take.
Okay. So I'm prone.
Okay.
Great.
You can still guess on your back.
So you trip, but you can still guess. Is it?
Is
What is
It
it?
is. It is. Yes.
This is a very important piece of legislation. This secures that millions, billions of people will survive and thrive going forward. The Guild Pact is a necessary and absolutely wonderful piece of law magic created by the 10 of us, written by Azor. This will usher in prosperity beyond anything we've ever seen before. As the parent of the Izzet Guild, I'm proud to, alongside Biomancer Simic, be responsible for the research, development, blank, and discoveries of the future of Ravnica, making life better for everyone in the entire world.
Research development, blank, and discovery. I'm gonna make a memory check. Natural 20.
Yeah.
Natural 20, so that's 21. but
Yeah, I'll
natural
just
20.
say that you remember that one. But if you want to try to guess at it, feel
No,
free.
what-
This one is experiment.
Experiment.
That's what I thought.
That makes sense.
And so that one is off now
my
as
God.
well.
Thank
Did
goodness.
it,
Yay!
did it.
Just remembering things.
Now we're going to do another layer action here.
No.
Cool.
Let's see.
Oh, you took some damage.
I
I took
told-
7.
yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Great.
I handled my stuff.
Sorry, I got a narc.
Didn't I already know.
Thank you.
I already know.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So everyone make
Narking together.
everyone make a strength check.
Oh,
Actually, no,
yeah.
sorry, make a dexterity saving throw.
No.
I'm prone, so should I even bother
Dexterity
making
saving
it?
throw. Make it a disadvantage.
Okay. Cool.
Dexterity save.
Oh boy, that rolled around a lot. I failed.
He
I
crit- he
failed.
crit
I got a
failed.
13. I don't know what we needed.
Okay, so that's.
I got a 3.
Yep, I also crit failed.
Oh boy.
We have 2 crit fails.
All of you are now in difficult terrain. As
Cool.
curling vines are going to impede your movement.
Wonderful.
Fun.
Astaroth.
I don't think it's a problem because I think you could probably argue that there are like trees here, but it's also like a reverse mountain. So that makes
Yes.
it forest and mountain terrain. So
Wow. That is stretching.
right.
No, I think
I
it works.
agree.
I think the cow's right.
Make a persuasion check against me as your dungeon master.
Okay.
It rolled
in,
out.
in the
Yeah.
box. In the box. Yeah.
That's a 17. No, it's a 16. And bread persuasion is a -1, so that's a 15.
15's fine.
Hooray!
You were in a mountain
we'll
forest.
say that you're in a mountain forest right now because you're
Yay!
in a mountain and kind of a
It's
forest.
now a forest.
You're in a
What about the
mossy mountain.
swamp?
You it's a Jund sort of
Fair.
situation. here.
That's fair.
It's pretty Jundy.
Yeah. It's pretty John Dee in here.
Yeah. Okay.
well argued, sir.
Thanks.
It's also your turn,
Oh, sorry.
All right. You,
Astaroth.
Okay. I will make my way to the one closest.
Okay.
ooh, I hope you
Yes.
know.
Yes. Yes.
Justice!
That's just the thing about
Yeah,
like.
it's just justice.
Yeah.
Oh man, I hope
And
I remember
Wojak
this.
should be able to have blank tattoos, and we shouldn't make a big deal out of it.
Deep down, inside myself, and those things are that there can be no society without justice. There can be no peace without blank.
There can be. Okay. Wait. I thought this out. I remember like thinking this. There can be no peace without. It was like order, or strength.
Strength seems right.
think it
Order
was
is
strength.
more Azorius.
I think it was
so
strength.
I feel like you'd say strength.
Is there more to the quote?
Yeah.
Can you keep reading?
There can be no peace without blank, and though it may seem paradoxical, that peace can never be achieved without those who are willing to go to war. Now, I know deep down inside of myself what justice means. I
think-
also feel like a minotaur, but I don't need to add that. The Boros
Yeah,
Legion
right.
will provide that peace so that the rest of you may prosper, so that you may sleep in your homes without the fear that you will be destroyed.
Okay.
It is a sacrifice to be the one who brings the justice, but it's also a privilege, and my legion will do that.
Go back-
also, it's weird not having horns. Which
Yeah.
part do you want me to go back to?
Go back to the beginning. There is no.
There is no... Let me see here. There can be no society without justice. There can be no peace without blank.
There can be no peace without. I want to say. I know order is more
Yeah, that's
Azorius, but I still feel like it might be order or.
Go with order, man. If that's your
Yeah.
gut. Do it.
Trust your 7 guts.
Ew.
I'm gonna say order, but it might not be that.
Okay. Take 3 force
Aw.
damage. 2 force damage, as the magic of the enchantment does not seem to take hold.
So recover that one a little bit, so we know.
All right.
So we know which ones we don't have.
Oh, right.
I'll figure it out next
I
time.
don't want to accidentally
Lucian.
think we've covered one.
I guess I'll try for this one again. I'm going to try to remember real hard. I did go back into the halls and study these speeches, so
Yeah.
I feel like I should
Sure.
remember
So,
pretty
yeah,
well.
you've done... I would say you can roll at advantage on this
Yay!
thing.
That's what I was arguing for. Okay, so this was history, right?
History.
So 18.
I'm proud and privileged to be one of the scientific and research blank. And more specifically, one of the scientific and research blanks, plural. Something that the Simic often have a lot of.
Um,
They have lots of extra blanks.
arm?
arm is correct.
Yeah.
Scientific and research arms.
Okay.
And so you unlock that one.
Yay!
Yeah.
Thank God you didn't say manta rays.
So I'll run, which is half movement. Because it's difficult
He's
terrain.
natural explorer helping his party, right?
Oh.
Is that a party thing?
Oh, is that a party thing?
I think it's a party thing. You
Oh.
have everyone in your party.
Cool.
I'm not normally a ranger,
So
so
30 will get you there.
Uh,
Do you want to go 60?
yeah, I'll keep going if I
Okay.
can. Yeah.
5, 10, 15.
I'll actually. Yeah, keep
You wanna do
going.
this
I
one?
was trying to get to the next one, but I don't think I can get there.
You can't get there this turn.
Great. So
Oh,
it'll
I
be-
wanna
can
do this
probably
one?
get
yeah.
there.
Can I do it this turn?
I will
I'm
let
okay
you
to
do.
do
I'll let you do this
Okay.
one.
Because if not, she can do it, and then I can go to the
Right.
next
Yeah.
one next turn. So it's not a huge deal.
Right.
It's gonna take a while no matter what we do, so let's try to get through it fast.
We're very pleased with the blank integrity of this wonderful that the blank integrity of this wonderful world will continue. The ghosts and memories will proceed forever. We hope that through the leadership of the guilds and this guild pact, we can usher in this new era of cooperation and peace.
That's the Orzhov, right?
That's the
Yes.
Orzhov.
Yeah. Say it again.
The
Just the.
We are very pleased that the blank integrity of this wonderful world will continue.
Blank integrity. I want to say blind, but that seems
What
wrong.
about incorruptible?
Incorruptible?
No.
Wow. No, that's that's good.
It feels very
It could be,
Orzhov.
it
but
could
I
be
can't
like
remember.
religious integrity or something like that.
Or
Religious.
just grand integrity. I don't know.
Grand integrity. Oof.
What is
The
it again?
spiritual
I guess I'll
integrity.
try to remember this one too.
We are very pleased that the blank integrity of this wonderful world will continue. You already did one knowledge roll this
Fair.
turn, so I'll say not for this turn.
I like incorruptible and I like grand.
It just seemed incredible. Just seemed Orzhov, but I don't
Yeah.
remember. I don't remember that speech at all. So.
I'm gonna go with incorruptible.
Okay, you're gonna take
Sorry, I told you.
6 force damage.
Barf. That's okay. That's okay. I like
magic.
that one. Nice one.
Does not.
Okay, how we looking? Let's see.
Got another lair action coming up now.
It's almost
Lair, lair, lair.
Not if I die first.
I'm gonna try to get to you. I'm not like
Sort
I
of.
can't gas it to heal.
Everybody make another dexterity save.
No. I got a 1, but not a natural one.
I got a 13.
A deck save.
Mm-hmm.
Blah. I got a 9.
I crit failed again.
Oh boy.
Damn.
Did anyone get a 15 or
disadvantage,
higher?
So I can't.
No one got a 15?
No.
Those tendrils of vine are going to pull you all
No.
20 feet towards the nearest hazard. So
Great.
5, 10, 15,
Oh.
20.
Oh, I get spider webbed.
5, 10. Yep, and you're going to be in the web here.
Ah, webs.
5, 10, 15. You're right next to it.
Hey.
How's it going?
And Astaroth, you're going to end up right here.
You're stuck
Looking
in
a
that
little
hole.
strung up.
Interesting, fun things as you get close to them. You may have noticed that there are webs there.
Yeah.
There are, in fact, 2 giant spiders in said spider web.
But they're friendly, right? They're like pet spiders.
Perhaps. And as you get pulled into this section, you notice that this looks like it was sort of designed to be here. Sort of a particular. You could draw on the ground in a lot of and make that V. This seems particularly clean. This corner. And as you get there, you realize why. It's because it's a gelatinous cube.
Oh
Neat.
no.
Oh no!
I
got cubed.
need.
Yeah, cubes are great.
I need another dexterity save.
Oh.
You dead.
Oh boy!
You did.
I got a 5.
You dead.
I can cube draft.
You dead.
There's a gelatinous cube that has engulfed you.
I'm cubed.
Rip. Everybody,
This is good.
That was less than an ideal turn. Tutoru.
everybody press F.
Show respect.
Yeah. Pay your respects.
Or conjure animal spell. Oh, I should conjure animals. I should, but I'll do that next time when I'm more prepared. I'm gonna pull Lucian out of that spider web.
Okay. Make a. No, I'll just let you do it. Is you letting it happen? Because you're
Yeah.
not avoiding.
Please.
So you're able to pull. This spider is going to get an attack of opportunity on Lucian.
Sorry.
Okay, but do it before. Do it before. Ah!
It's getting closer.
15 to hit.
15 hits me. Yes.
Ugh.
You're going to take
Why are you so squishy?
Sorry, someone has to be.
9
Do they?
piercing. And make a Constitution saving throw.
You said 9?
9 piercing damage.
And make a what saving throw?
Constitution.
It's an at 1, so it doesn't matter.
Oof.
Man, we're not doing that.
Make take 9 poison damage,
Okay,
and that is what's happened.
cool.
Tutoru,
I give up.
Can I heal?
you can.
Okay, great. I'm gonna heal people.
Great.
Let me...
Oh, you were pulled into these, so you're going to take some bludgeoning
Oh
damage.
my gosh.
The equivalent of
I have my
4
healing word
bludgeoning.
somewhere.
Okay.
You
All
good?
right.
I'm at 14 right now.
Is
Okay.
Velma within 60 feet of me?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna cast Mass Healing Word.
Okay.
Up to 6 creatures of your choice you can see within range. For...
Astaroth is also within 60 feet of you.
Oh wow!
Yay.
Sweet. All right. So, and I can do 6 creatures, so I'm gonna do all of us.
Great.
So...
Heal the queen. Maybe she's just angry. Maybe she stubbed her toe this morning.
You look like you need a heal. So 1d4 plus your spellcasting 55. Not much, but 2 plus 4 is 6 plus another. I also have my channel divinity. So 2 plus. Sorry. Another 8 plus 3, 11.
Okay.
Everyone heals 11.
Hey, I'll take it.
Heck
That's
yes.
better than I was at.
Bloop, 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 bloop.
And you have your move as well.
All right, I will move on to the other.
This one was not solved
Nope,
yet.
Orzhov was also not solved.
I'm gonna move on to the one next to Orzhov,
This
so
one?
that I can get kind of closer to Velma at the same time.
Demir.
Okay.
Spiders next to spiders, I get it.
Demir. There is no blank without knowledge. Knowledge is the cornerstone of what separates the order from the chaos. So in this spirit of knowledge and awareness and law and order that we bring, it is with this spirit of knowledge and awareness and law and order that we bring this pact together.
There's no truth without knowledge. There is no.
I'm gonna say it's
Was that my
peace.
speech?
That was
Yes.
your speech.
Oh.
I can do it in your accent.
Nice.
I thought I said okay. I thought I said thinking about controlling information at one point while I was talking.
There's no control without knowledge.
There is no civilization without knowledge. I just said it.
You're gonna say like,
I could give you a different word. I screwed that one up. I screwed that one up.
Civilization.
It's a lot to keep track of. It's a lot to keep track of, guys.
Make it say everyone's accent.
Boom. We will
No.
take it.
Yep, sure. You needed one.
Yay.
Tutoru, good job.
Thank you. I tried very hard.
Velma.
Yeah. I am gonna use my dagger to try to cut the vines that are holding me.
Sure. Make an attack roll.
Okay. Okay, it's 12 plus. I think I have a 5. Okay, so I cut them, and then I'm
Half
gonna
your
move.
move to stand.
Okay, and then I'm gonna move towards that
You
one.
can get here.
Okay.
Hey,
Oh
Rectos.
man.
Well, I am just super excited to be a part of this. Thank you all so much for inviting me. The Rakdos, as we have named blank after me. My name is Rakdos. I really appreciate you all inviting me to your little party. And I think that you will find that we are a necessary part of this here ecosystem. Do you have a problem there, Sphinxy boy? We are going to be okay. All right. We're going to make sure that everyone has a job to do. Am I right? All right, let's do this.
I think we said we named ourselves after me. I am Rakdos. But I don't know for sure. Can I roll still, or can I roll the round? Okay, cool. So I'm gonna roll.
Rectos sounded so Trumpy.
That's a 20. That's a dirty 20.
Yeah, your instinct sounds good.
Okay.
Okay,
We
all
named
right.
ourselves after me.
Ba-na-na-na, and that one's unlocked.
Yay!
Yay!
Things are going to happen at the end of the round.
good things.
Yeah, we all get healed. This mist falls
Right.
and heals everyone.
The giant spiders aren't going to come towards you. They're going to stay in their trap area. This gelatinous cube, however.
Cube.
Cube, cube, cube.
Pew, pew, pew.
What like type of cube we talking?
This is a gelatinous cube.
It's a
Sure, but like-
modern. It's a standard cube.
Modern. Okay.
Standard cube.
it's
Standard
a
cube.
Kamigawa.
All right.
Kamigawa block.
You're
You're like, no, let me out.
boy, this thing is.
Aw.
Ninjutsu, I hate it.
So
So good.
let's
It was very good.
let's make another dexterity.
Probably not.
We'll make a strength
Commander,
save.
Okay. Strength save. I
Strength
like.
save.
Strength.
I like
box,
strength
yeah.
save.
I'm going to alter this gelatinous cube because it's designed to be a trap instead of
Pray
a
you
monster.
do not alter it any further. Okay, so that's that is a 12.
12 is what it says on the card.
Hooray!
You're able to escape. So you get out, and which way are you running?
Probably back towards the Boros
Okay,
thing.
it is going to make an attack of opportunity.
Oh, gross, there's a cube.
So I didn't deal you its extra damage. A 10 is not going to hit you.
Nope.
I didn't deal you its. I'll deal you its just beginning of the turn damage.
Hot damn!
13 acid.
Yep.
Acid damage. You're back
getting
on the
healed.
Boros symbol.
Remind me that quote again.
The Boros.
It's got to be strength, man. It wasn't ordered.
I would try strength.
Deep down inside of myself. And those things are that there can be no society without justice. There can be no peace without.
Peace without.
And though it may seem paradoxical,
These
cetera, et
horns.
cetera.
What's paradoxical with peace?
There can be no peace without.
Well,
Well, the
paradoxical is
paradox
the
is
next
there
part.
can be no.
I'll let
peace
you make
and-
another
okay.
history check.
I was
if you
trying to say things that sounded like Boros values, so strength could be it.
It's definitely strength.
All right.
You don't need to roll.
I'm gonna guess strength. I don't
No.
want to roll on this.
want. You did it.
Yes.
Yay!
All right.
Go with your
strength is
gut.
definitely.
Yeah.
God,
It's a
believe in
giant
yourself.
fist.
You have a lot
Yeah.
of guts. Go with them.
Strength.
There can be no peace without thinking hard about the problem. No. Okay. So that was 20 feet of your movement. If you want to move here,
Can I get back and attack that cube?
Yeah, let's get the cube.
Do you want to?
No.
I do kind of.
Sigil so we can get out of here.
No, let him attack the cube. This is so ass.
Believe
You wanna
me,
go back to-
yeah,
Okay,
it's
yeah.
I'm just like, oh,
In
I'm
character,
out.
you would attack.
Yeah.
I gotta get that cube.
And Velma would actually be the
Roll
one
an
running
attack.
around.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna attack
Yeah.
with my cool new axe,
okay.
which who knows could be a horrible idea. Let's find out. But I get a +8 on this roll. That wasn't. So that is a 6 + 8, so that's a 14.
Okay. This thing's armor class is 6.
Yes.
Not,
couldn't miss if
not
you
hard
wanted
to
to.
hit.
New obsidian axe. All right.
So go ahead and slash at it.
Okay, and it's just a axe.
Sure
Do
is.
you know what type of axe? Is it just a
Oh, it's a
battle axe?
berserker axe.
It's an axe of action.
It's a battle
Sure.
axe.
Okay, so that's probably a D10
D10.
because it's D8 if it's one-handed and
Yeah.
D10 when it's both. So I'm gonna roll a D10.
And it has the bonus on the card already, right? What's the benefit?
Yeah, it's +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls.
Yeah, so it's a +1 battle axe.
Yes, hurrah! So.
Ooh.
Okay, so that's 11.
Okay.
+4 for my strength, so that's 15 damage.
Nice. Very cool.
Nice.
I have additional good news.
Oh boy,
This
I have to
axe-
get another attack on it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, do your other attack.
I have additional
Okay.
bad news for
Let's see
you.
how the second attack goes. Because, I'm a fighter. I get to keep attacking things.
Ooh.
That'll hit.
that's-
Roll your
yeah.
damage.
Easy.
I don't think you can miss.
Yeah, it's only on a 1 you would miss.
You're
Yeah.
right.
Only on a
I would
1.
miss on a critical failure.
Sure.
Okay, so that's a 2, so I get to re-roll it.
Cheats.
That's a 9, which is much better. So
Wow.
9 + 5,
Mm-hmm.
which
14?
is 14. Yep.
So that's.
28
So I did
total.
29 because I had 15 the first time.
Oh, yeah.
So I have good news.
Yeah.
This axe is cursed.
Oh no.
And becoming attuned to it extends the curse to you. As long as you remain cursed, you are unwilling to part with the axe, keeping it within reach at all times. You also have disadvantage on attack rolls with weapons other than this one,
Oh no.
unless no foe is within 60 feet of you that you can hear. Additionally, whenever a hostile creature damages you while the axe is in your possession, you have to succeed on a DC 15 saving throw or go berserk. While berserk, you must use your action each round to attack the creature nearest you with the axe. If you can make extra attacks as part of the attack action, you use those extra attacks, moving to the nearest creature after you fell your current target. If you have multiple targets, you can attack one at random. You are berserk until the start of your until you start your turn with no creatures within 60 feet of you that can
my
see or
God.
hear you.
Oh no. I'm going to kill everybody.
No
Yeah, 'cause
hostile
we're all-
creatures, right? Because otherwise he'd have to kill us.
You are
Yes.
berserk until you start your turn with no creatures within 60 feet of you.
Great.
Oh
Right.
You can see
We're
what-
just dead. We're just gonna die.
just
I'm
have to
gonna kill
run.
everybody.
We have to run away.
Or I have to
Hold
not
person.
fail my.
or lesser restoration or hold person.
Ooh,
Okay.
murderer's axe.
So that's in the
cool.
sleeve
Oh, I have
there,
lesser restoration.
and the rest of the information's on the back.
Oh my god.
Lucian, it's on your turn.
Cool. I have to go back to the
Yeah, take
Orzhov.
that, you ooze.
So I'm gonna go over there and try the Orzhov
The
again.
Orzhov.
And I'm gonna have to roll because I have no idea.
Okay.
So I can have advantage on this one then?
Sure.
Cool. Because I like books. So I got a 20, dirty.
Okay. 20 will just give you the word, the spiritual integrity.
Spiritual.
Oh,
Which I think
okay.
somebody
like
said.
a church.
Yeah.
We, yeah.
Right.
All right.
Someone said like something close to that.
We said
like,
religious, I think.
religious.
Yeah.
You can move your speed. You can't get to either of these.
Yep. I will move my speed. I guess I don't want to go near the spider, so I'll go around that way.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60.
Sounds good.
Great. Tuturu.
Awesome. Wait, it's not okay. It's not Vraska's turn.
I'm skipping the middle
Oh,
now,
sweet.
now that we have monsters
Okay.
on the battlefield.
I'm gonna move my speed.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Can I cast a spell if I double speed?
No.
Okay, then no. Just do me the 30. Sorry.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Cast bless on us.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was gonna probably do.
Royal can.
I'm gonna. Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna hashtag bless. And
Astaroth is not within range of the bless.
no, they need to be in 30 feet.
He's,
30 feet.
He's
Okay.
hashtag curse.
Yeah.
He
so
is
y'all
definitely
bless for your
hashtag
next
that
saving
character.
throws.
Spit
Cool.
the truth.
Yay.
And do I get counted as part of that?
You can target yourself,
myself?
yeah.
Great. So us three are gonna be blessed.
You can bless yourself.
And then as my bonus action,
Mhm.
I'm gonna cast. Oh, I can't. If I'm doing, I can't do 2 spells.
Correct.
Never mind. I was gonna heal people. But...
Yeah, sometimes folks house rule that you can cast 2 spells if one's a cantrip,
Right.
but I don't. Yeah.
Unless you're a sorcerer and you have the quicken spell.
Right.
Because that makes it a bonus action.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
So we have advantages on saving throws.
Cool.
Velma.
Sweet.
All right, I'm gonna move to the one closest to me because if I try to dash, I'll fall again.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do that one.
Welcome to the Golgari.
Oh,
Life requires death. Death requires life. And this world requires both. We of the Golgari are proud and privileged to be chosen to keep this world blank.
oh my god.
Sorry,
keep this
the
world-
end of the quote is, this world blank forever.
Something about like cycling or renewed or.
Alive.
Wait, read the lead up to it again.
Life requires death. Death requires life. And this world requires both. We of the Golgari are proud and privileged to be chosen to help keep this world blank forever.
I'm gonna roll to remember again.
Okay.
Also, sorry, you don't get advantage for them. You get a D4 on your saving throw rolls
Only on saving throws?
Yep.
Okay.
or attacks.
Oh, but not an ability
Nope.
check? Okay.
That's guidance.
Okay. That's gonna be 11 plus. What's what on my history?
History.
12.
So, similar to how some of the words have been thematic,
Mhm.
this one is another thematic word going through what the Golgari care about, which is life and death. So this probably
Okay.
has something to do
Cool.
with. I will say that this is a quote that, based on the context clues, has something to do with life,
Yeah.
keeping this world
I
blank
guess-
forever.
I guess if I can say alive.
So nice.
Yeah, it's almost gonna say alive.
You got it.
Yay!
Alive is correct. Good job. It is the bottom of the round, and it is lair actions and the gelatinous cube.
Oh boy, let's hope it doesn't hit me, or if it does, that-
Everybody make a
Get a-
Oh,
Constitution
you're not cursed
save.
yet. That's right.
I am cursed,
What?
And
Oh,
you get
right.
a D4.
but I don't have to attack
Yeah.
everybody
So you
yet.
get a D4 on your save.
Oh,
Yay,
thank
that's
you.
20, although it doesn't matter.
Boom. I got a 25 on my Constitution save.
So 9, which probably isn't gonna do much more good for me anyway. but-
13.
Below 15, you take 7 poison.
Okay, I can take 7.
Everyone else take 3 poison.
I can deal with 7 points.
Or sorry, no,
3.
yeah, 3. That's right. Rolled low on that one. And then the gelatinous cube is going to 13.
Doesn't hit. Oh boy.
Shoo.
Let's see here. could just move into your space, but it's a trap. I'm going to say that it doesn't do that.
Yeah, it could just envelop me.
Yeah, Astaroth, your turn.
Well,
You are full of rage, and you are... make a wisdom saving throw.
okay.
Be wise, young Astaroth.
You're looking for a 15.
What would your father do?
Natural 20!
You don't go berserk. So while you are feeling the power of this axe, you are not going berserk.
Okay, well, there's only one thing to get to, and I can easily get to that within my move.
Sure. It'll get an attack of opportunity.
Well, what I would like to do first
Yes.
is take my attacks on this.
Great.
Be like, oh, you dirty cube.
Do it.
Like, take that.
Go ahead.
I don't know how to evaluate your cards because they're all high powered.
Roll something that isn't a 1.
Okay,
You did it.
done.
Okay.
And then
Roll
I'll
for
do it
damage.
again. I'll just take both
Just
the
take both
attacks now
attacks.
so we can save some time.
That's not a 1, so you're good.
Oh, yeah.
All right, damage. That's 7 plus 5,
12.
which is 12. And then 3 plus 5, which is 8. Yeah, so 20 total.
Yep.
8
6 armor
attack.
class, big bag of hit points. So looking as rough as a gelatinous cube looks, I guess.
I'll be like, all right.
You
I'd
do
love to
see
finish
that
you
there
off,
is like some stuff in the cube that it has cleaned up. You aren't exactly sure what, but there's something in there.
And then, you know what? I'm going to... This is perhaps a little strategic for Astaroth, but I'm still going to do it. I'm going to take my action surge and use my extra action to disengage.
Wow.
Wow.
Right?
Wow, what a move.
Cool.
Yeah.
You did an attack with your action surge.
Last one.
Achievement unlocked.
Crazy.
No knowledge check here.
Okay.
But shout out to Jimmy Wong, who was our Caesarzum.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
Let's see here. We believe in nature, and nature shall one day reclaim us all. We are blank inside. But even so, we find balance, and the world itself creates balance as we must do here today. I shall sign. Can someone help me pick up this pen?
Oh, God, it's going to be like angry?
We're all.
Maybe?
We believe in nature, and nature shall one day reclaim us all. We are all blank inside.
We are all blank inside.
Chaotic.
Rage?
We are all... I bet it's
Wild?
like meat or something.
same.
Wild?
Meat sounds right. I like meat. Go with
Yeah.
meat.
Or wild.
Ooh, wild is
Wild is a pretty good suggestion. You're right.
Go with wild meat.
I mean, we have the ability to
We're all the
roll
same inside?
memories, so maybe like roll the memory.
I can't do it this time because I
Oh, you
already
can't,
did
'Cause he
that.
already
Oh.
attacked.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, I'm gonna...
How are you feeling health-wise right now?
I'm fine. I'm
Okay.
doing okay. You know
for
what?
it.
Take
Take a
a
guess.
wild
I'm
gonna
guess.
say meat, and that probably is wrong, but
Meat?
let's go with it.
You're going to take 4
That
force
seems gruely,
damage.
right?
We're all meat inside. It's kind of great.
I'm almost surprised that
Um,
wasn't what Jimmy said.
Yeah. So you take 4 force damage.
Got it.
Lucian.
I'll run over there if I can. I don't know if I can make it.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60.
Hey.
Got it.
Yo, what's up, homie? I guess I will guess. So rage was what I guessed, and the other word was wild.
Mhm.
I'll go with rage.
Okay. You're going to
You're all
take
rage
force
inside.
damage. You're going to take 5.
Rage against the machine.
Tutoru.
All right, I'm gonna move over there as far as I can.
Not quite.
Okay, cool. I can't cast anything as a bonus action, can I?
If you have a bonus action spell, I think that you can actually cut. If you cut through here, I think you can get there. You would take some damage.
Oh, okay, sure.
So you're going to cut through these jagged spikes.
Bring it on.
So you're going to take 6 bludgeoning damage as you batter against the rocks.
You're
And you
good.
can take a guess.
Great. Oh, okay. We are all. What was the lead up to it again?
We are all blank inside.
Wild?
This. Yeah, I'll try wild.
What is
We're all
dead?
wild
What if it's
inside.
just we're dead?
And
inside?
as you say wild.
Oh.
You take it.
Ba-na-na-na, you've solved the temple.
Y'all should have listened to Velma.
Yay! As
She knows what
you
she's
say the 10th word and it appears on the wall, all of the various quotes sort of light up and glisten with a mirror sheen, similar to the mirror sheen of your tattoos. and they also shimmer and shine. And a wave of, a pulse of energy sort of blows the dust and dirt from the center of the room up the walls, and everyone sort of is staggered, except for you four. Everyone sort of blinks and is unsure of exactly what has just happened.
I also like to imagine that as we were solving the puzzles, they were a little befuddled because we're yelling things like, "I thought she said
Yeah.
like,
No,
no,
I said this.
I wouldn't have said that."
They must have really liked those speeches.
The elite warriors that were standing guard, some of which were erstwhile, some of which were Kroonstrots, which are the crawl elite warriors that look like praying mantises. Huge, like 8 feet tall with large staves. Everyone is sort of dazed, and they all sort of blink, and in a haze, and sort of Vraska turns and looks behind her throne at you all. How? Who are you?
Goddamn Guardians of the Guild Pact! We said that!
I don't understand.
I am Sunil of District 6.
What
Precinct
is
6.
that about? Why didn't you tell us any of
You have
this? What's
Guards,
happening?
Guards,
You have so many names.
Please come to my chambers. I don't feel well. And Vraska and all of the folks who are in this chamber will leave.
Does she take the book with her?
She does not.
Okay. Arthur is going to pick up the book.
Arthur's a house cat.
Yeah, they have mounts.
Okay, it's a big book.
Okay, fair.
Make a sound ring.
I will go pick it up.
Okay.
I will go pick it up. By the
So
end of the
you'll
day.
walk over to
If
the
I can
throne.
uncontested pick it up, yeah, I will.
Yeah, you can walk over to the throne.
I
You
picked like a tail. Yeah.
you can
His dexterity +2. I thought it was worth a chance.
It's a house cat, not a
you
monkey.
walk over to this frozen goblin statue,
Cats carry
and
a lot of shit.
as you walk up to this throne, it is all statue people,
Mhm.
all people who've been turned to stone. You do see a very old book in gold gilding and filigree. It is entitled "The Advocist and the Urchin," and there is no further information on the cover. It is sitting on the platter, and tucked into it is a bookmark.
Okay. I'm gonna do a sleight of hand check to like take the book.
Sure.
Okay, so that's gonna be a 12.
Okay. You pick up the book.
Mhm.
It is not trapped.
Okay.
It is not locked in any way.
Okay.
It comes up freely, and you now have a first edition copy.
Yes.
Of the Advocist and the Urchin.
Okay, I take it.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna walk up to Velma and say, "Okay, I thought we had talked about secrets, and clearly we're not past that. But we're gonna discuss this when I'm not bleeding internally."
I know that feeling. This was a separate issue. This wasn't a secret as much as it was not a concern.
All right, but did we find what we needed here? I mean, Vraska left, but who knows how long that's gonna last.
Yes, we should go. We should definitely go.
Do we need anything else?
I don't know. The guild pact. What did the guild pact want us to look into?
Tutoru, you smell something interesting. Something that smells good.
Hold
For
that thought.
once, you smell a distant scent of sandalwood and cinders. And it appears to be coming from the book, or more specifically, the bookmark.
Starts
I hold it
sniffing
out.
my
I hold it
trunk,
out
is
for
like,
you. I open it up and kind of put the bookmark towards you. I'm not trying to hide that.
No,
book.
yeah. It's definitely
my
this
sleight of hand was just to see if there was traps. That wasn't me trying to hide it from you guys.
She made Mookie into a bookmark.
Oh.
This bookmark appears to be printed on very fine paper, not of paper that is familiar to you in any way.
It's made from tree folk. Oh no!
They're all made from tree folk.
Is very strange looking. It has as you look at it, it looks like there's a faint blue haze over the words, and you realize that the ink has some sort of enchantment on whatever is written on this page, but you can't exactly make out what it is. But as you hone in and try to read what it says, all of you feel a distinct pang of pain in your tattoo. You all take 3 necrotic damage.
Ooh. Necrotic damage.
Necrotic
that's
damage.
spicy.
And your
Well, I
hit
didn't
point
want to.
maximums are reduced by 3
No!
until your
no.
next long rest.
Yikes.
And as you do that, you can read the words that are on this piece of, it's like nice thick paper. And the words are meditation plane.
Meditation plane? That doesn't make any sense.
We don't have time for this right now. I think we have to leave.
Maybe the guild pact will know what it means.
Maybe that's what we came for. It did do quite a bit of damage.
All right, well let's get back.
Let's put it back in the
Get some
book too.
rest.
Let's not touch this thing.
Yeah, so I
a
closed
good
the book
idea.
with it around it.
Great. You see the entrance that you came in,
Mhm.
so you can go out that way. You also saw the exit where everyone else, where Vraska and her cadre went.
Mhm.
There is another entrance on the opposite side.
We should go the way that goes to the street.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah.
So we go out that way.
So
Please.
you're going to go out that way, and you come to a hallway, and you begin making your way down that hallway. And as you do so, make for me a perception or survival check.
I'll make survival if I've got that option.
Survive all day.
Love.
I will
Natural
make perception.
20.
Natty twats.
In the
I got a 15.
I got a 19.
24.
I got a natural 20.
24.
Damn, don't you have 20s?
That's
Yeah.
23 with.
Those of you who got above a 15 will notice that the smell has changed from the nice potpourri to not quite the swampy, more it smells like manure, more like feces,
Oh,
but like decaying. It smells like a zoo kind of.
ugh.
And you also, as you walk down this narrow hallway, you can see just cresting over the corner a massive Deadbridge Goliath beetle. But it doesn't have the horn. It's just a beetle. And in fact, it's not a Deadbridge Goliath beetle. It is a dung Goliath beetle. Pushing a massive ball of dung. And it begins rolling straight towards you. And that's where we'll pick up next.
Oh, I was like, oh, it's so cute. Never
I
mind.
have this whole map for this
Oh, that's what
Indiana
that was.
Jones
Oh no.
ball. I'll pick that
We'll
up.
get there.
We're gonna be grave shell scarabed into a big ball.
Yeah.
Oh no! So tune in next week for this action
Oh, cool.
as the party gets chased by a massive dung ball.
Nice.
Fun.
And they'll be dredging us.
So please do tune in for the end of the Golgari arc. Thank you so much for putting up with my goofy puzzle battle. And thank you so much for joining us here at the Broken Pact. Please tell the folks at home where they can find you.
Hi, my name is Jordan Pridgeon. You can find me on Twitter at Jordan Pigeon. I don't tweet that much, but sometimes I try to. Right? It's worth checking. You can also find me on twitch.tv/Saving Throw Show on Friday nights for Wildcards, which is currently our Savage Worlds show, which is currently in the setting of ETU, East Texas University, which is very fun. Also, tomorrow night, you can find me on twitch.tv/OfficialPaizo for the finale of Deepwater Deep, our Starfinder show. And that'll be
It's
fun.
the finale?
Yeah, it's the finale this season at least.
Oh, okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm Riley Silverman. You can find me on Twitter at Riley J. Silverman, on Instagram at Riley Silverman, and you can find me on Wednesday nights on Hyper RPG in playing on Rat Queens, where I play Braga.
Cool. I'm Golgari. You can follow me on all the socials at DoubleGXG. That's the word double, then GXG. And like Jordan said, you can catch us on Saving Throw Show on Friday nights for East Texas University.
I'm Ashlyn Rose, and you can find me on Twitter at Ashlyn Rose, on Instagram at RAR, it's Ashlyn, and on Twitch at twitch.tv/Ashlyn_Rose.
Oh, hi there. I didn't see you there like we did in the intro. You can find me on all the social media channels at MOXREUBY. Please join me Wednesday nights for Magic Mics if you're interested in Magic, if you're not watching Rat Queens, which I highly recommend you do. But if that's not your thing, then feel free to join us for the week that was in Magic the Gathering. Please do join me on Friday nights for Blackhearts, our encounter roleplay as well. We are just pleased as punch to be able to bring you the Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica story each and every week. Please go out to your friendly local game store and pick up your own copy of Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica. It is a really good book. It is a best role-playing game release of 2018, according to Google Books, and with good reason. This is the kind of world building that I thrive with. I am not as great with the world building aspect. It's why I rely so heavily on my fellow writing partners in this story. I'm more good at the crunchy kind of stuff, but this makes it so easy. This is so good, everybody, that it's one of the best pieces of world building in games or out that I've ever seen. So thank you so much to Wizards of the Coast, Dungeons and Dragons, Magic the Gathering, and benevolent overlord Dom Zook.
Yay!
The impresario here at Saving Throw. We do greatly appreciate your support here at the show. Visit our YouTube and savingthrow.com. Savingthrow.com? SavingThrowShow.com. Look up Saving Throw Show. Follow us on Twitch. Join us this weekend at WonderCon, where several members of the... Are you on any of the panels?
I'm not on the panels, but I'll be there Saturday.
I'll be there.
I will also be at WonderCon this weekend. I will be debuting a cosplay.
Whoa!
First time ever.
Right.
I've never done a cosplay before, but I was inspired by the turtle bard pirate person, Orly Skiffback from Critical Role, and I think I've made the world's first Orly Skiffback cosplay.
All right.
So I've got my shell, I've got my bagpipes,
Nice.
I've got my mask. It'll be a good time.
Bag
So
pipe.
please go to all of the panels that Saving Throw Show is doing that have some wonderful folks like Amy Dallin will be on. The Caves Callermans will be
Megan Jordan
there.
will be there.
Yep.
Lots of wonderful Saving Throw folks teaching you how to do superhero RPGs and just RPG stuff in general, and it's going to be a great time. So if you're at WonderCon, feel free to try to find me. I also want to thank Phil DeLuca, John Wells, and Emmett Fury for their help every week. Some people get weird when I tell them that I have writing partners with an RPG show, but I thrive in a collaborative environment, and so I really want to give them credit where it's due. I've always, even when I haven't been performing on TV, I've always discussed my storylines and my games with people who weren't involved with it. And so, however your creative process works, do it. There's no wrong way to do it. I want to also thank Alex Ward for letting me borrow all this beautiful Dwarven Forge stuff. Alex will be on the LA by Night panel at WonderCon as well, so feel free to check that out as well. I think I got him. Ooh, I got him.
Nice.
Got the bug. I want to thank Zach Heidi for composing that beautiful intro sequence, and of course our own Gaurav Gulati for putting together the intro for that. Do check #TheBrokenPactRPG, The Broken Pact RPG on all the social media channels to keep up with us. Join us tomorrow for Starfinder, Friday for Wildcards, Sunday for Tempting Fate.
I don't think we have Tempting.
No Tempting Fate.
Sunday.
Do not join us Sunday.
Don't join us Sunday.
We will not be there.
Oh right, because
Oh,
WonderCon.
no.
Yeah, they're gonna all be at WonderCon. That makes sense. But join us for all of our family of shows. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight, and we will pick up with a delightful Indiana Jones Dung Beetle sequence next week on The Broken Pact. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.
Yo, you rascals with your bellies full of pie, and listen to this tale of old where the heroes both beat high. Hey, he's a master of concealment and an adept at disguise. Which heroes is when he's sneaking past the husband, what's the lie?